All right, welcome to another wonderful week of Dungeons and Dungeons.
Yes.
This week we are missing Ari and Tamazing. Tamazing went back with his family, but he will still be around in the game on NPC mode. He left me lots and lots of notes.
Until we kill him.
Good luck. And Luke rejoins us. We missed you very much last week, so we're happy to have you back.
Especially me.
Especially Zach.
Especially Zach.
Jesus. Oh boy. Oh. Only D&D can drive a wedge between people and then bring them together. Yep. Well, last week you all had the fallout from the Orlith confrontation, learning a whole bunch of lore about the world. The lizard folk of Eve and Cain gave you both tasks from Waterdeep and Fandolin to go save the Paragon of Light and Sari Clovis because they hold some importance that her deity has told her to intervene in. With that said, the Waterdeep crew traveled to some lost cave by the help of some weird, cloaked, shady individual named Sundrill of the Shadows. And he teleported out after he got you there. He was like, goodbye. You saw a very strange mosaic, and that's where we left them. And that's where we'll leave them for a little bit. Fanlin's been just inside these disgusting sacks for 10 episodes, and they finally got some action.
Hey.
When they entered the city of Clovis, things seemed a little weird, but they were able to get to Sari awfully quickly thanks to a very well-timed scry. With that scry, they were able to get to the tower and save Sari from a coup attempt. The People's Alliance, which you may recall, you ran into people claiming to be a part of them in Valis some time ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now,
That was Ares' backstory. That
That was Ares' backstory.
That's fine. Anywho, you were given your first skill challenge. 10 minutes, 7 seconds to the theme of Hunk Song to save both Mace, Owen, and her good friend Alicia.
and a bunch of orphans.
Well, now orphans. It's too soon, Zach. Every time. Too soon. Just brutal. Yep, got all that. Good. A successful saving of the orphans, now orphans, inside the nursery in the Morzire residence allowed the teamwork of Tamazing, Belfina, and Flamma to enter into the mansion, only for Flamma to make the ultimate sacrifice. And a brand new, interesting character from the shadows seemed to appear to help save the day, named Bellona. But none of you probably even know her name yet. At this point.
Baloney.
She has been escorting all of you through a area on the wall uncovered through the Everwood trees. Are they the Everwood?
Would you say that this is a secret tunnel?
No, because like she opened up the back of the mansion. All of you guys have ushered them out, and you're now going through this forest that is people get lost in notoriously. So that's why no one's even tried to do any renovating landscaping of it for some time. But Bellona knows her way around a forest, and she has helped you guys get outside the wall and outside the craziness. Ari is spidering his way down the side as he sees something awfully interesting. The sworn, or the bodyguards of the Princess of Clovis, one of them he just saw in the tower is facing him on the floor as he's walking down, staring up, as Sari is looking down at the same individual that was once in that tower. Across the city, through incredible rolls, you guys made it with literally like 3 seconds to go before Mace would have been murdered. His parents were, but you ended up being able to save him at the last moment. As the individuals fell and Maznell has gotten in front and protected this Mace child from falling to the coup attempts, the revolutionaries, that's where we begin this week. I need Ulazal and Mosnell to roll initiative.
Ah! I wasn't ready. Oh no, my dice! Oh God, 1.
Leash.
You really weren't ready.
That's a hot 3 there, DM.
Oh boy.
18.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
Why is Mosnell so good? He's carrying.
I get advantage, motherfucker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Barbarian things are awesome.
He's carrying you through the skill challenge.
He carries me in real life too.
Boom!
Oh!
My friends are my strength.
Wow. Okay, Goku.
That's smart, I think.
I
Oh,
don't know.
and Goku, actually, you're right.
It's like
The
every
power of
main character. Power of friendship, dude. Y'all ever see that spirit bomb? Frieza stood no chance against friendship.
No way.
Spirit Bomb never works.
Notoriously
Works
never
one
works.
It's a 10-minute casting time. What do you expect?
He's ritual casting.
He always
spirit
gets it
bomb.
off. That's not the problem.
Yeah, it just never puts anybody out.
Yeah, it works. It just doesn't work. Makes no sense.
You ordering food?
No,
What you doing?
looking at menus.
Ordering food.
Well, maybe.
Okay.
But not deciding yet.
All right, so from the looks of it, Mosnell, you have the top of the lineup as you have just confronted. One just went over the top. What was the spell you cast last time, right? Didn't you command them to do something to step away from the kid or whatever?
Repulsion.
No, that was on the troll. I don't know if I. Yeah, I
Pretty sure you burned it again.
I commanded them to do stuff.
Yeah, at least to walk away. So that one's still under your command, and is that a concentration?
No, they just spend their action doing it.
So we'll put that on that one because that one's not right in the head. But you hear this like pushing against the doors of the mansion right now, even though you guys like went through and all the fire and everything. And it's like side of another mansion comes through and takes out the front of it. As you see one of the siege trolls like pick up one of the side mansions and basically throw it at this mansion as it shatters the front with all these giant booms, and you see just hundreds of people mobbed outside, all these revolutionaries all starting to look around and trying to break in and loot all the houses. What are you doing right now?
So it's just me,
Mace.
Ulazal.
Yeah, Ulazal is right now down. So when you guys enter this mansion, these are all like waters, and there's these stairways that come up to where they were. It's this very beautiful, like where you meet everybody. It's a foyer type place inside a mansion. It's very huge, and then there's like the front entrance to it as well. That is now open to all these people being rushed through, but not quite yet. They're just seeing and they haven't gotten in. I'm just not moving all those pieces in as soon as they get in.
Is there another way out of the building that I see?
Give me a perception check if you want.
Ooh, natural 1.
Ooh, you can't see anything as like the top of it collapses in and there's starting to build some like
Dust.
yeah, dust is coming down and everything just sort of breaking and crumbling around you. You can even feel this like this thudding around, which is most likely the siege trolls knocking down everything. And you see a very concerned Mace, but there seems to be some sort of focus in his eyes. Mace is this, give or take his age, with a perception check of 1. He seems like, a child compared to you, but he is black. You have learned what black people look like by this point. So you do notice he is black with some curly-esque hair. He has his noble attire on, which has his the purples and silvers of Clovis all around him, and different embroideries and fanciness, and he has rings on him and everything, and he's looking over the bodies of his dead parents right now, but he almost like frozen.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Is that it? I mean, that was your action to perceive.
The other guy is halted currently.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just gonna shout to Ulazal. Do you see another way out?
Okay. And that's gonna end your turn. Yep. Okay. So, as the next turn happens, you hear this thudding behind you. That's and the entire back falls out.
There's your exit.
And then Luke comes in. He's a troll.
No.
This whole time.
And peering through the back, you recognize this as you've seen it in the mountains.
Oh boy.
As a cyclops
Oh what?
comes
He's a
through
big
the
boy.
back. So
It's bigger than the gym.
and you hear a very stereotypical. Yeah, fuck you! You just can't hold it to yourself. You just can't hold good things to yourself.
I'm sorry.
Couldn't enjoy it, could you? I smell the blood of a noble man. Just can't enjoy the cheese, can you? As he comes through, and he's going to swing at the knight right now because he's not the smartest. So let me get that up and see how that hits.
2,000 a
The
hit.
knight probably looks more noble than I do.
Yep.
You don't look noble at all.
Fine. Not at all.
Covered
You
in fur.
fit in easily with this crowd as
Yes.
usurpers. Forgot to have this up. My bad. It's okay.
Wow.
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 Go home. Go home.
Ah, shit.
So he's gonna. He can make 2 great club attacks. Well, he's gonna do that against that person.
Yo, let's
that
get
guy's
him.
done.
Go
Oh wow.
Cyclops.
Wow, Reed is on brand always. You think statistically I shouldn't roll as many nat ones,
But you
I do.
Maybe one time you'll play and you'll just roll 20s all the time.
It's probably the final boss fight when I
You'll just-
TPK the world.
You'll just cheese everything.
So one's gonna miss at a 10, and the other one's gonna hit at a 22. So that's gonna be 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouchies.
So he comes through and just slides his
Oh my god.
sludge away.
Oh my god.
As they,
What kind of knight is he? Was I worried enough to command him? God.
they weren't really knights; those were just placeholders. They were the revolutionaries.
Oh, they got.
So he just got squashed.
Squish.
All right, and that will end his turn. That will bring up Mace's turn. Mace is gonna lean down, pick some things up off his parents. Look
boy.
to Mosnell. Thanks for saving me. And he's gonna try to.
Sneak attack on Mazna.
Yep, you got it.
Nani?
He's going to call for Gray.
Thanks for saving me. But I wanted to die.
Throws himself into the crowd.
There he is.
I gotta stop touching my face. I was watching some of the recordings and I keep,
You can touch the beard.
I do this a lot.
That's fine.
I know, but
So,
I gotta
coming
control
out,
Makes you
myself.
look more wise.
this construct comes out as he calls up to Great, I need your help. We need to get out of here. And you see this super badass creature. Behind the fucking stat block. That's what he looks like.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
dope. That's so cool. Look
Is
at
that like a knight, but like as like a?
he's a
Whoa.
robot spirit knight.
Yeah,
All right, well,
that's pretty neat.
The guys on this.
Send the picture in Discord.
yeah, I'll send him Discord somewhere.
Totally cool.
Yeah, what a pixel. And you see him come up, and he doesn't talk, so he is gonna do.
I thought that was a real ant. There's like an ant that crawls on the.
Oh, that kept hitting you last time.
I was like, ah.
And he's gonna say, "This way, master." No, he can't talk. He's gonna gesture to him and go down the stairs and try and punch a hole in the wall.
But there's
So you guys can actually see.
Yeah.
That's why I don't put the walls up.
no. I was saying there's already a hole in there.
Well, there's a wall behind you with a gigantic cyclops standing in the way.
It's just a cyclops. What kind of bodyguard are you?
One that's trying to not get his. Anyway, wow, that's 2 natural ones on the same dice.
Would you get a different die when you're rolling for our friends, please?
But the other one went well, and that's a 29.
Let's go, dude.
So then I'm gonna make a strength check. Oof, beautiful. All right. So the first time he hits it, and he hits like one of the supporting beams, and it doesn't quite go through. And then he leans back, and then you see just these like all this blue auroras, like in lights bulbs bouncing off, going up into the sky, and smash through the wall as it crumbles, and some of the rocks fall on him, hitting him as they go down. But there's just about a big enough space to try and get Mace out. It'll be a tight fit for Mosno. So that will end his turn. They go at the same time, and he's going to use his movement to get up there, but it's going to take him an action to get out. Mosno definitely sees that. You're there. All right, so then it is... That's dead. Now it is the people's turn. So from the outside to the inside they come. They use all their movement as that giant horde of people enter the building. As they're coming up looking for nobles, you hear just that loud roar of the crowd coming in as things are shattering and things are breaking, and they have all these swords, blades. Some look magical. They're all out and about looking to cause some trouble. That'll end their turn. Ulazal, it is your turn, as you have just seen a Cyclops pop in front of you. You now see an entire army of revolutionaries behind you.
Oh, God.
And you just saw the one person you had a spell on get smushed. And you're just kind of a bit nervous after you just died not too long ago. Almost 24 hours ago, it seems like.
Oh, it's here. Help me. Is there a staircase going off to the right where did I see them punch through the wall?
Yeah, so the staircases actually go like this.
Okay.
This is all just like the water flows down into there and everything. These are all staircases that lead up to like a great banister.
Okay.
And all the living quarters is where the Cyclops just like destroyed, came through. As you still hear the siege troll in the background, going place to place.
All right. Well, first I'm going to use my movement to go off to the right.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Yeah.
35?
I have...
What's your feet?
30.
30.
Can I see the Cyclops?
Absolutely. It's a Cyclops. It's huge.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Compulsion.
Okay, what does that do? You still have spell slots left for Compulsion?
Yep.
God damn it.
That's a wisdom save for you.
All right. This can't possibly give me another nat 1.
I mean, it could.
Can't possibly.
Statistically improbable.
Yeah, there we go. It's a wisdom?
Yep.
Oh, damn you fucking Cyclops. 14.
That fails.
No, I had a 16, but it had -2 wisdom.
All right.
Classic Cyclops.
Yes.
So, I'm going to force the Cyclops to move all the way down that way.
movement?
Barreling into the crowd.
He only has 30 feet of movement. That's
Okay.
good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's what I'm giving him every space. So Cyclops is just like as he's walking forward and being like, there must be nobles this way.
Yeah, and as a bonus action on my next turn, I can use my...
You gonna auction it off?
I can make him...
What are you gonna make him do? Or what are you doing?
I can control him on my subsequent turns.
Oh, okay. I'll believe you. Does he make any saves against that every turn?
That is a good question. I will assume yes, it's the same save.
Okay. Mosno, you just saw this giant Cyclops walk by you, and for the second time in 5 minutes, you have somehow avoided an awful conflict with a gigantic monster, and you are relieved.
That's going to be my turn.
All right. I'm going to
Yep.
follow.
You're here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to follow the kid and his spirit guardian thing.
Okay. You're over there. I mean, are you saying anything to them as the spirit guardian looks at you, and it's definitely challenged by your presence that you're now following?
Yes. I'll say. Oh, what is the kid's name again? Remind me.
Mace
Mace,
Olwyn.
Mace. I'll say to both of them, I'm here to get Mace out of here safely. Where's the best way to go?
You know, any help is probably accepted help at this point. Through here. As he looks at the giant hole that's not quite there, you can try and make the hole bigger for you all to escape. But that will lead you into the courtyard. and who knows what's going on out there.
Oh God.
But this is the only place we could have gone. The Cyclops seems to have destroyed, so make our own way out. So what do you want to do?
I'll try to make it bigger.
All right, go ahead. Just roll an attack, and then give me a strength check if you hit high enough.
All right. Natural 20.
Give me a strength check.
Strength 12.
With the natural 20, you know exactly where to hit in the rubble. As you've seen cave-ins like this inside the north multiple times during your travels of tracking in nature, and you measure it up, you see the support beam, and you hit just the right spot, and the wall just opens up wide enough to see another troll basically just like falling on another mansion and just crushing it. But there's an opening, and there doesn't seem to be anybody in the courtyard. You guys have space to run.
Excellent.
All right. And that only was 5, 10, 15 feet of your movement. So do you...
All right.
Do you
I'll just take a couple steps. I don't want to get too far from Mace, but just like I'll take like a 10 feet of movement just to get ahead of them and look around, I guess.
all right. You're going to lead the way.
Yep.
Out goes Maz now.
Ah! I'm dead.
Dead is Uzal, never to become
Rest in pepperoni.
alive again. Okay. So now that ends his turn. Cyclops' turn. So does it try and make a save?
Wisdom save.
You're doing that thing you talked
God damn it. Alright, fails. So,
I'm sorry.
you're fine.
If it helps, I have the spell right in front of me.
I also
Yep.
do.
It can still use its action. If it moves using the bonus action, that's when it makes the wisdom save.
Okay.
Okay.
At least that's what it says here.
Okay, then since it
can-
still has its action,
Each affected target must use as much of its movement as possible to move in the direction that I designated on my next turn. It can take its action before it moves. After
Yeah.
moving this way, it can make another wisdom save to try and end the effect.
okay, well, once it moves, that's gonna fail.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take out one of the giant structures that has fallen. It's gonna pick it up and toss it towards everybody because he's a bit confused right now. So you kind of lucked out on that.
Spells are powerful.
Yeah, you're
do you
looking
have
out.
that?
Yeah, but you're being creative, so I reward that.
It's the order.
Oh, that's a crit. That's 29.
You're killing your own people.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
You just murdered your whole
Oh
mob.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Oh no!
It's not the whole sphere. These are different ranges.
It's just most of the sphere.
A big rock.
Oh god.
All right. That's gonna be
Oh no.
56 points of bludgeoning damage as the rock goes and just crushes just like all this.
Oh God!
All that.
What have I done?
Did you say 56?
Yeah.
Woo,
These are just
doggy.
normal human revolutionary people.
Oh no.
56 damage. He literally just picked up a boulder, the nobles are for me.
Glad I don't have shiny clothes on.
Oh.
Okay, so they're dead. It's their turn. I'm gonna go make a collective charisma save.
They're frightened.
Some of them are okay. Most of them are right. They're not frightened.
They're emboldened.
But they don't want to fuck with that, and most of them are now leaving and running through the sides and panicking the hell out. I'd say at this point, you guys did a
Samurai Jack is
pretty good job, and I say the rest of you are now just exiting the mansion,
Yeah.
so we can stop combat.
Sweet.
All right.
Samurai Jack's alive.
Samurai Jack made it. We're fine.
You have Samurai the Jack mania.
I do not.
It's not really Samurai Jack, but
I do not age. Anyway, so you guys exit out the mansion as you hear the continued bellows from the Cyclops. Mosnell, you're leading to look back at the Sentry and Mace as Ulzal comes out the back. And Mace is sort of trying to give you a look, and as you see the whole place falling down, what are you guys doing? Where are you going?
We need to get back to the rendezvous with the group.
Yep. Can we tell which direction that is?
Make a survival check.
Can I assist him to give him advantage?
No. Okay. You have no idea where you are.
That's fine.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Whatever.
Good
He's
roll.
proficient.
Survival.
Yeah.
That is a 26.
All right.
Oh, dude.
So where you are right now, you understand. Do I have my maps? I do. They're over there. But I could probably just get it up. Nah, just
Nice beard.
you know where you are. Based on the map that was handed to you and the glance you had at it, the map was given to the other group that split off with you guys, but you are intelligent enough to know exactly. You had that photorealistic memory of, or instant photo memory, when Mosnell sees landscapes. That is just one of his incredible survival abilities.
We're never gonna
Using
get
the sun
lost.
for directions.
We're literally never gonna get lost.
Until he rolls on that one.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh man, I'm not feeling this one, guys.
It's okay.
Miles, no, I
We
think
ever-
we've seen that tree before. It's the tree that you hit last time.
As everything is like crumbling and on fire. Just from my orientation. You guys are on the opposite side, so this would mean, so let me go back here actually. And then, oh yeah, you guys are in perfect locations. Will that fix anything? Nope, that's still rough. All right, we'll deal with that in a moment. But I can get the map up, so let me do that for you guys at home.
I'm not at home.
There you go.
I live here now.
So we're like over here, right?
Yes, you're over down in that corner, so you know exactly where you are.
Hello.
Mace is gonna. What do you guys mean rendezvous? As this sentry sees Ulazal the back and draws its mace up and has its shield ready as you guys are surrounded.
Has a mace.
Sure it does.
If we can exit out the west side of the city, you out the nearest exit, and then go back to the north side, we can meet with our group and exit to safety.
You have no idea that would be the case, but yes, Luke.
He's just
No,
waving his
nothing.
hand.
Oh, you're just waving. Okay.
Say hi.
Mosnell, are you guys doing anything about this? Mace looks like he doesn't trust you at all. He's grateful that you probably got him out there, but you've done nothing to make this kid want to follow you whatsoever.
Okay, I'm gonna say,
Sorry.
Sari Clovis told us to save you, and we're bringing you to the same place that the rest of our team is taking Sari.
How do I know you're not lying and you're just going to auction me off like the other nobles?
We were instructed by Evie. Is that her name? Evie?
Eve.
Eve? It was Eve? Okay. We were instructed by
what's his name?
Eve,
The noble.
a friend of Sari, to save her, and then in turn, you as well.
Make a persuasion check.
Mosnell the Persuader. Where's Tellius when you need him?
Sounds good.
My persuasion is +0.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
Oh no.
What's an Eve?
Listen, kid, we're the best shot you got right now, so it's either us or you're on your own.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh jeez. Tears sucks.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. He's looking at both of you guys wide-eyed.
Mm-hmm.
Great, let's
Yes.
get out of here. And they're going to run away. Are you going to try and stop them, or are you just going to let them run?
I'm going to try to stop him.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Okay. How are you going to try and stop them?
I'm just going to get in front of them and just say, we were told to bring you back with us from Sari Clovis.
As you do that, I need you to get in a strength competition with the sentry as it comes forward, and Mace is just like, Yeah, I hear a lot of things as he's trying to get through as it comes forward and it's grappling you and you're both are grabbing it right now. Wilzal, what are you doing while they're in their strength contest?
I am going to...
Knock him unconscious.
What was the name?
Look at all these birds today, man.
What was the name of the noble? It started with a T.
Which one?
The one who gave us the map.
Oh, yeah. That was not a noble, that was her sworn.
Okay.
He should be in here somewhere.
Burn them all.
Theron. I think it's Theron. Yep, Theron. Yep, good memory. There it is. Theron.
Listen, Theron sent us. He told us exactly where you were. He wants you alive. We're gonna get you there.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Give me a D8 now. Okay. So that is. Are they both 9s? They're both 9s. That's funny. Persuasion. So that is a 14.
You see him kind of looking at you. Maybe, but fuck this. What'd you roll for your strength check?
22.
Oh, shit! Wow. You're lucky that thing didn't roll well. 19. So as it's going, you see Mazal. He's like pushing the sentinel down. It goes to one knee. And you see it just look at Gray, giving him this look of run. And Gray is going to start sprinting away. Mace is sprinting away as Gray is down on the knee. And as that's happening, bursting through one of the mansions he's running towards, there's another siege troll. And it's looking at all of you guys now as you also see on the side of the building you guys just exit. You see the Cyclops burst through the side there. Where are the nobles? It's getting pretty bad as people are tossing fire onto the other mansions. They have all these like torches and they're throwing those in there.
Mace, we need to go.
As he sees that, actually, I got to make a check for the troll. Ooh, that's a natural one. So he falls. Oh! Sees the troll and he's shaking right now in fear at the troll. Okay, he's on the ground. The sentry is gonna try and.
Mosnell, just grab him. We need to go.
Who fell down?
Mace. And you're right now in a grappling contest pushing down a strength contest, the sentry.
Do the Cyclops / troll see us?
The troll does. The Cyclops isn't. He's right now he just exited out this side and he's looking around. The troll is probably over here now just facing you. You're at the back mansion.
Okay.
And you can see it's all collapsed in on the outside of that wall right now where these creatures have been bursting through.
I'm going to go pick up Mace and start running towards the rendezvous point.
I need you to make a strength check against Mace because there's no way he's going to cooperate with you.
That's fine.
Wow.
He's a little bitch anyway.
18.
See?
Well, he rolled a 17, but he's a little bitch.
I knew it.
Can't persuade him very well, but he's not very strong. So as he comes up, he's like, no, stop, no! You pick him up. And the sentry is not pleased with this.
Of course he's not.
I'm just running. I'm just going.
It's sprinting after you.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's a giant troll in front of you as you're sprinting as the sentry.
Cyclops should still be under the effect of the compulsion spell since it failed its save. And I'm going to force the Cyclops, I'm going to orient myself so that its movement would be horizontal to mine. And it's going to collide with the troll.
So, this is the scenario here. This is the troll. You guys...
What?
Wait a minute.
It's not...
No, I know, I'm just...
It's not that's a troll. It's not actually...
Nani?
So what are you trying to do with this guy?
I'm trying to make the troll move into... Or I'm trying to make the Cyclops move into the troll and, knock him over.
It's going to be like a head.
It would have to come through you guys, where it's positioned.
So we can move.
You guys are going to run this way. This is going to chase after you, and you want this guy to somehow hit that.
Yeah.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, might get it, but you guys are now going to...
If it's moving in the way, they would bump into each other, maybe.
We'll see. So what's happening right now is Lord of the Rings elephants, where people are fighting in between the giant elephant stuff. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws. Disadvantage for Mosnell because you have a person on your arms.
I have advantage on dexterity, so does it even out?
Yes, I thought so. I was about to say that.
Yes.
22.
From what?
I don't know. You never know what's in the forest. You never know.
That's a 12.
Across the world. That's a 12.
So that is
It hits you.
I also got a 12.
And you drop Mace as the troll foot comes down as a Cyclops. It's just like, they're mine, as it's trying to fight against the troll right now. It still knows what it's doing, so it's not like you're telling it to fight. It's just a Cyclops. I do want to make that clear, all right? Cyclops sort of suck.
The compulsion is like forced movement.
Yes.
So like I think that it feels itself moving. He's like, oh, I'm moving over here now. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's very much that. Not so much like Ulzal's like, go attack my... That's not what's happening.
I'm just trying
if
to
he
get
was
away.
smarter and not a Cyclops, it'd probably be very different. For future reference.
Not a Cyclops.
Okay, so as that's happening, I gotta make rolls. Mace now, and the...
Mace, the hardware.
Mace
place.
fails, but not the Sentry.
Not your boy.
So the Sentry is going to... Zip it up, 18. So then he's going to try and pick up Mace. Easy. Mace is such a little bitch. And he scoops up Mace and starts running towards an opening right now. As the two of them are fighting, you guys just hit the ground. No damage. It just knocked you off your rockers. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws again, as it's now the next round, as you guys are running, trying to now catch up with Mace in the Sentry and not get hit by the Troll and Cyclops battling.
I got another 12.
12.
I got a natural 20.
You're
I
wasting
got a
this.
non-natural
Doesn't matter.
20.
All right, so Ulazal lags behind, but doesn't fall over this time, as he is now a little more used to. I'm controlling as they're coming down, but the Troll's movements are so erratic, it's throwing you off. Mosnell has completely got the rhythm at this point and is focused on catching up with Mace. So you're rushing after Mace right now, and the Sentry. As you guys are leaving the area of the mansions, you're getting towards the outskirts where the walls are all caved in, and that would be toward the back end of here. So you're getting toward the back end and getting outside right now as the troll is like trying to reach over to get past you, and I'm going to see if the Cyclops is going to try and stop him for the fight. That would be
Fight.
oof. The troll takes the Cyclops, throws it to the side. The Cyclops falls over, and now the troll is coming after all of you guys.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you definitely cheered the wrong thing. So we're just gonna reorient this so it's this way.
Mosnell's in front of me, isn't he?
So we can probably try and see it.
I hear the
Mosnell's there, and now we have the troll coming at you guys behind you with these giant.
the honky tonk sax music's playing right now in my head.
Nice. Okay, so then they're going to try and make dex saves to get over the rubble. Actually, just the Sentry. Nice. That's a 20.
Let's go, dude.
Not natural. So the Sentry uses its shield and it starts like pushing some of it aside and then launches up with Mace as they're getting over it. Mosnell, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw to try and jump over as well. Or an acrobatics check would probably be. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics check?
Yeah, it's going to be athletics or acrobatics, whatever you want.
Okay.
Because you're now trying to jump through the rubble and not get caught up. You are lagging behind, so you got to really rush your butt off to not get mauled by this troll right now.
All right, so that's a
I need
15.
you to make a dexterity saving throw again. 15, that's just enough as you get over as well. You get over the rocks.
It's a 20.
That's a dex save. You start to put some distance between the troll and yourself. As you see, as like Mosnell is so focused, Mace glances back to see like wide-eyed Ulazal with his like thin, long limbs booking it as this troll is coming after you guys right now.
Troll.
Just mucus is going everywhere. Very Lord of the Rings-esque troll, you know, with a very round, long face. It's just growing right after you guys. I'm going to see what the troll's up to. Troll is in hot pursuit and doing good as well.
Oh, God!
And you're all now getting outside the outskirts of the town, and it's abundantly clear you can't outrun the troll, so I need everyone to roll initiative again. As Gray puts down Mace and motions for him to keep running as he turns to go fight the troll.
8.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Why are my initiative rolls garbage today?
I gave you all my bad ones. When Flama made the ultimate sacrifice,
His spirit went into the air.
his initiative rolls went into someone else. Now my initiative will be amazing.
I'm about to nuke this boy. I don't want to blow my 6th level slot though.
Do what you want.
All right. Well, bad news. The troll got 19.
Shit balls.
Sentry got 18 as well. So
Okay.
I thought for sure we were in good shape, but what are we gonna do? All right.
And that's how Mace dies.
So it is going to claw at you, and it's going to do a multi-attack, so it can make 3 attacks.
Against me?
So it's going to... So it will hit everybody. It's going to try to hit everybody.
Excuse me? Ow.
So that is going to be 18 to hit Masno. That is going to be 20-something change to hit the Sentry, and 17 to hit Ulazal.
Miss!
Little bitch. So that's going to miss. That's going to miss. What about... does it hit you, Masno?
Yep.
Nice. All right. So
Yeah.
that is going to be...
I have the best shield.
So the bite, as it comes at you, as it slashes, it almost does this like... And it just kink off Ulazal's shield. It's going to do 6...
Chucks, my man.
10 points of piercing damage to Masno with its claws, and 10... Actually, I gotta double check the AC. It could be high on that guy, to be honest with you.
You just made of metal.
Nope, it does get over.
I don't know how Warforged works.
So that's 14 points to this Sentry. Okay. He is... Okay. So then the Sentry, looking toward you two, as you're still...
I swear to God, if you attack me.
Yeah.
After all I've done for you.
In here.
We have bigger problems to worry about.
He is going to attack.
Is it me? Is it going to attack me? Do it.
He's going to multi-attack the Troll.
Yes! Oh. Woo! Good.
Because that is the immediate problem. That will be... oh, wow, really? 22 to hit and 14 to hit. Armor class, 1 hits. And he's going to do 26 points of bludgeoning damage plus 1 point of fire damage. Or ice damage, rather. So as the mace comes out, you see this like little bit of magic gives off and hits the troll. As it goes for a second shot, troll knocks it back, and he does 26 points of damage to the troll.
Yo, let's go, dude.
It's pretty good. All right, it is now Masno's turn.
Yes. I'm going to rage.
There you go, you're raging. As the frost takes over Masno, your beard gets a little snow in it, and you are raging.
That's dope.
All right. Is there anybody within 5 feet of me?
Yes, the Sentry and Ulazal.
Yo, give me
You
those.
both, you both get 4 temporary hit points.
Yes, queen.
And Ulazal's not allowed to play anymore. All right. Oh, you guys can even see. It doesn't really matter on the map. You don't really see the location right now. Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna swing at the troll.
All right, go for it.
All right, that is a 9. Okay, so that is 25
That hits. Roll damage.
damage. And that is 16 points of damage.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna come around and swing from the other side.
All right. So as it blocks the Sentry's attack, Masno jumps up. He's swinging around with his giant axe. What is it? Giant's Bane? Giant Killer?
It's Giant
Slayer.
Slayer Great Axe.
As it is just doing work into the troll. You see gashes opening up inside this thing.
Yes! This is the first time it's pertinent!
I'm not even
Wait, is he considered a giant? Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a giant creature. Doesn't he have to
shit.
make a saving throw?
So, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So,
You're welcome.
all night.
so he actually takes one. Never mind. When you hit a giant type, it takes an extra 2d6 damage.
Okay.
So I need 2d6.
Doesn't have to make a save to not be knocked over?
That's later.
All right.
So that's an extra 10 points of damage.
Yes!
Nice.
And then he has to succeed a DC 15 strength saving throw, or he falls
Nice.
prone.
Yeah, 22. So as
Yeah,
it collision, you see it like grip the ground as it feels this magical force as you hit it. You see this like blue like outline go like pulse through him, trying to force him back. You see stand its ground. Trolls are strong.
Yes, they are.
Second attack,
It's 11.
11 does not hit.
Rip.
So as it goes up and it braces for your attack, as you come, you've gotten its attention and just pushes your axe back. So you come up and it's just sort of pushing it away, and you take it back. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Ulzal, your turn.
Alright, so I have options.
Okay.
Classic.
Do I want to...
Cyclops made his saving throw.
How's
by
the
way.
Cyclops looking currently?
He was on the ground, not looking great, but he just made a saving throw too, so your spell's done.
He was never... That was the Cyclops. Oh, the
Cyclops.
Cyclops is good now.
Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah, that's way behind you, so you can't bring him over now. He just made a saving throw. The troll in front of you is looking rougher.
Okay, so I am going
Not thrilled.
to cast...
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up on him, and oh god, I have still a few spell slots left.
Mm-hmm. 10.
Guiding bolt.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, spell attack. That is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 5. That is 10 damage, and the next attack has advantage.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, troll's turn. What would you say? Sacred flame? Guided bolt. What is that? What does it look
So,
like?
he holds up his hand, and
Yep.
just pushes forth a bolt of energy.
Yep.
It's like a glowing blackish brown color,
Mhm.
and it impacts the chest and makes the damage. And the colors start to glow on his body.
Okay. As it hits him, it's going to take some swings at you guys. So let me do that. It's going to try and attack you on its turn. That is 20, 17, 14. So 20 against Ulzal, 17 Mosnell, and then 14 against the Sentry. So I think it hits Mosnell, doesn't hit
Yep.
the Sentry, and it hits Ulzal. So that will be for the troll. Where are you? I just had your text. There it is. Claws. I hit you with the claws, so it's
The claws. Big,
16,
meaty
10 points to Ulzal, slashing damage. 13 points to Mosnell, halved because you're raging. So
Is
it
it?
hits to both of you.
Do we round down?
Yeah, you always round down.
Okay, so
As it hits you guys, and from all the damage it's done, as like its skin is just sort of now like gashed open, you can see some of his muscles and stuff. It's gonna run away.
Oh, okay.
wow.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep,
The other homie's gonna roll up.
You guys get attack at advantage on it though, because you're all engaged. So all of you get a chance to attack it if
opportunity
you want.
attacks, like straight opportunity.
Yeah, you get opportunity attacks, and you have a sentinel feat, so you could stop it from running away.
Actually, this might be okay. 16.
16 hits. So, are you using your sentinel ability?
Yeah.
Okay, the troll's not running away.
23.
It's stuck. All right, 23. That hits.
I'm gonna.
And then my guy gets an attack too. Then everyone else is swing. Oh, that hits. That's an 18 plus. I think it's 28.
Have,
So go ahead, roll damage. And he's got to make a save against your giant's axe again.
Yeah.
Oh, he failed that one. Fuck.
9 damage.
9 damage.
18 points of damage.
All right, give me one moment. That would be that number and then 18 points of damage.
Yep.
And then my guy goes. And then he gets.
Wait, if he's after me, he's prone, right?
He is after you. So, do you hit that? So you hit him. So the troll's trying to get away, and then Mazo's like, and he hits, and oh yeah, he gets advantage actually because he's going to be prone now. Not better. So then it tumbles to the ground. It's looking real rough after your hit there, as the blue like knocks its wind out of it. You see it trying to run away, and the sentinel is going to deal. It was 21 points, and it's just gonna come up to the head, splat, and just, as you guys successfully defeated the troll.
Let's go, dude.
As Mace is like already just booking it in the open field, just like trying to make a look right now. All right, well that ends combat. You guys are exiting the city.
Yeah.
And you are coming after Mace as the sentry is right behind you all. As Mace sees all this, he is sort of paralyzed, but Gray is right there, and Gray's sort of motioning like, fucking pick a direction and run. What are you guys doing?
Maz and I'll bring us back to the group.
I'm gonna try to figure out which direction back to the group.
You still know from that survival check. You still know what
Okay.
orientation. You guys are gonna have to take the long way around to get back to the treehouse.
Okay.
But
So I'm kind of
what are you guys doing?
mid run. Just actually, you know what?
Is there a tree
Like,
line?
let's
where we can
is
go to the inside?
wait
No,
is there
absolutely
any
It's just an open field.
Yeah, because they
There's
cleared it all
nobody
out
around.
for siege warfare.
Is your boy glowing?
Your boy,
The
Sentinel.
sentinel.
Yeah,
He's glowing
yeah,
in an open field
yeah.
in the dark.
It's not dark.
Okay.
This was midday, remember?
Okay,
It's
It's like
midday,
3 p.m. right
Okay,
now.
that's not terrible.
Okay.
Probably like 5 actually now, but the sun's still up.
How far
So
is it approximately?
It's like at 20 minutes to get to where the rendezvous is right now.
Are there other people around?
They're in the open field. Not really. There's like everyone's coming in or coming out of the city right now because it's under siege.
Okay.
Or under revolution.
Let's just
So
go.
it's just a mess. So there's no one
Okay.
following you, but you have done nothing to really help Mace want to
Yeah.
do anything with you
so
guys right
I'm
now.
not gonna try to pick him up or anything. I'm just gonna come up to him and stay there, and wait for Ulazal and the Sentinel to catch up.
Okay.
All right, Mace. Listen, if we wanted to sell you out to the nobles, we could have done that already. We could have not dealt with that giant troll. We just want to get you back to Sari.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Frick. 13.
God damn.
The troll was following you anyway. You're lucky you even had Gray there to save us, as Gray comes in between the two of you guys, trying to back up Mace right now. Let me see if it makes intelligence check. He looks to the two of you as he sees his home collapsing in the distance.
Where else are you going to go?
You lead, I'll follow. No funny business.
All right, sounds fine. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right. And you all start running, going towards the place. In the meantime, Ari's not here, so I will be Ari. As he is walking down the side. And, quick question. Didn't we just see him inside the tower, Sari? Sari on his back. Yes, that is, Theron. I don't know how he could have possibly gotten down there. seems a little too quick. As she glances back up and you see Theron like peek out the window,
Oh.
and there's two Therons right now looking at one another. Oh, well, that will explain that. As he looked down, as the other Theron is staring back up, he's in. Basically, think of these guys as unsullied, but they have plate armor that is silver and purple on them, so they're dope. As Ares going down, do we go somewhere else? What are we doing? And Sari, no, I think we're okay. As they're going down the side of it, you can see like this, and let's see his perception check. Yep, Theron gets a look and is like, oh, as he's rushing out of the tower at this point. Potentially survive the battle that was happening inside with the mutineers.
I'm sure he's fine.
So they're going down right now, and as it gets to the bottom, Ari has his hand on his knife, Sari on his back, as there is a Theron in front of him, as he's just sort of looking very, very cautiously. Luke.
Sari, come.
Yes.
Come.
Oh, yeah, of course. Follow him.
Get out of here, quickly.
All right. So you guys exit out through a path that you actually give me a history check for your character.
Luke is playing as an NPC.
I don't know what mine is. Okay, so it's 14.
14, yeah, that's gonna be good enough. You know, especially with the walls collapsing in, a great spot to get the fuck out of here. So all of you start rushing out as Ari is like, the fuck is going on? Out. All right.
And you, sir, who are you?
Oh, I am, can I trust him? Sari? Yes. I am Ari. And we were sent here to save Sari. Rhymes.
Very good. Well, it seems you've done a good job so far.
Wonderful. Make a perception check.
Just how purple is this guy?
21.
He seems to be exhibiting symptoms of madness.
Oh man.
Balls.
Just gonna,
hope that
I'm just
ain't
gonna move
contagious.
Sari a little bit further away from it.
Are you going to try and take it off his back right now? Because that's where Sari is. With kids, her backpack of...
No, that's probably not a great idea.
All right, but you're keeping an eye out?
Just, like, making sure that he's not doing anything to her.
Yeah, make an insight check to see if this guy's good to you.
Okay, that's 14.
Sweet on you.
14?
Yeah.
Seems forthright.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're so sneaky.
You. Cheeky. Cheeky
Okay.
little DM.
All right, you get out there, and 20 minutes pass by as I need Bellona to make a survival check.
Hey, Lona.
I think I get advantage if I'm in my favorite terrain. Let me double check that.
Ah, it's a ranger.
You are in your favorite terrain.
I know, yeah.
Wait, that's so cool.
Oh, your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it?
Yes.
Oh.
That's expertise on a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh.
In very specific
Okay.
circumstances.
Zach, new characters, new characters!
Okay, so that's plus
I'm
14.
so excited for all about that.
Okay.
Plus 14.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 23.
You easily get to the rendezvous spot ahead of everybody, and within this time frame, Tim Mazing has all these orphans on his shoulders.
Oh, he's a hero.
As he's bringing these kids in. What you did notice too, Tim Mazing didn't kill the other guy at something else. He didn't like cut him to pieces. He just like basically he knocked him out hardcore, like brain damage knockout. But like,
Oh, God.
yeah, but he wasn't like cutting these people up. Just as a side note from last time, because Tim explained that to me. So as that happened and they go through there, who else is with you guys? I forget. Belfina.
Yeah.
You're just normal Belfina at this point. So you're about the same size as many of these kids. So you're just like, go! And you're all like, okay. So as you get there, pardon me, you can make a check to try and... give me an animal handling check to try and make the kids feel a little safer. as they get in and Belfina gets everybody in there.
20, sorry.
So everyone's inside the.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Let me remember my modifier.
Skills.
I know.
They're all getting inside this like treehouse area, and like
3.
Bellona is like pushing the expanded rooms in that she's familiar with, trying to make sure that there is some space. 23.
23.
You're like flowers are popping up inside here, and these vines are coming. The kids are like, oh, this is so cool. And even the 16-year-olds are like, man, it's fucking ever, man. but they're like, it's kind of nice. And you have the adults there with you guys as well.
So they're not orphans.
Let me. No, well, no, those are the people that are. They're caretakers.
Oh,
remember
so they
them?
are still
Yeah.
orphans.
Still
Okay.
orphans.
God damn it, guys.
That's to make sure.
Let me just
I've gotta
bold
be
their
very
names so
careful and not say
I don't.
What are you talking about? My mom's gonna be fine, right?
That's actually what the other caretakers are doing right now, trying to calm the kids down and absolutely lying to them about what's going to happen.
100%.
So they're all in there, and then finally, an exhausted like Ulazal like bursts through after Eri and Sari and all of them are already there. Everyone's starting to make their acquaintances, and Ulazal scares the fuck out of everybody initially, and everyone's like, ah! And he draws his sword.
Yeah, I definitely got. I'm like,
And then Amazno comes through, and then you see the like as they come in, the sentry, and it's getting tight inside this little warehouse, and you see Sari like pointing, like, "Please get to my drawings." As people are like picking up her drawings and handing them to her so she can put them in her little bag. She doesn't have a wheelchair though, so that sucks. Here we are. Everybody has now come together inside this treehouse, which is really just like a mini cave inside a rock that's suspended above this path that is all muddied now, as the entire city of Clovis is being coup de grace.
Coup d'etat?
Coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat.
Coup de tout de tout.
coup d'etat.
So,
Coup d'etat.
as you all start to settle down, Sari looks around and says, "Thank you for saving me. Who are you?"
My name is Ulazal, as I said earlier.
Who's also first to talk. Who's all like pushes up in front. Mace is in here, and as you start to talk, Mace, Avicia, and the two of them come and hug her, and they all start crying fiercely. As they're all together and they're crying, makes the kids get a little upset. Give them a check. Ooh, oh, the other one's not doing so hot. You can try and make another animal handling check to see if you can take control back from the other two that are like totally like shaking uncontrollably as tears are coming down their eyes right now, being like, everything is fine.
21.
Oh, wow. As they're crying, the flowers now start like turning into shapes of animals. Whoa. And the kids are like, what is it amazing? And the one 16-year-old's like, I know what's really going on. As he's still brooding in his corner. Okay. And as they break up a little bit, Sari turns over and she looks and says, Rayla, thank you for coming for me. And she goes and hugs this, what looks like Theron. And as she hugs this Theron that she's called Rayla, still looks like him. She leans back after they embrace.
I thought that was Theron.
You do.
All right. Role-playing, bitches. What's going on?
Ulazal's kind of looking around. Guys, where's Flamma?
I thought he was with us.
He was with you. Where did he go?
What I've seen him.
No, not really. No, you were making some shots and
Yeah,
you saw
I
things
was
collapse. It's amazing. He looks over to you, puts his massive hand on you. He made the ultimate sacrifice. When we got to the nursery, it was tits up. He gave us time to get out.
I'm gonna chirp in. Tell me, where is your friend? Where is this? He's in the nursery, you say?
He was, but it's completely overrun at this point. and I wouldn't risk going back inside the city. We left only thanks to this one's. I don't think I know her name, but she was able to take us through the Cedarwood district, as he pulls out the map that was given to him. The Cedarwoods forest. Otherwise, we would have probably been lost in there for days.
Very well.
A somberness hits those of the Fanlin crew remaining. As now we see Del, Flama. Who else am I missing? Did anybody else leave? Is that it? Just those two? Okay.
Ohana, but I mean,
Oh, yeah. Ari would definitely kind of sit down and just definitely not be okay with this. Motion seems to be hitting Ari in such a way, sort of zoning him out of this conversation at the loss of his traveling companion, especially since they shared so much in their struggles with trying to deal with these deities that seem to be manipulating their lives in such a way.
You see a
Whoa.
raven fly through the window and sit on Sari's shoulder.
You see Sari give a little and starts petting a raven. Right? Is that what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. A raven that is just sort of... And you see it look into each of you, looks at Ulzal,
Emerald green eyes,
looks to Mosnell,
which is not typical for a raven.
looks to Belfina, looks to Ari.
how long will we be safe here?
Not very long. We should definitely travel. You see Mace get up. Well, there is a safe house we could go to. Now, looking at Mace, he seems to be about 19, 20 years old. Each of the ones of Ishia is about 23, 24 years old, and Sari's about 22 years old. Right now, 21, 22 years old. And these ranges, from the best you guys can guess, they seem adult enough to be around. They have some liveliness to their worlds. They're very powerful with the way they speak in their words, very charismatic, and they have a... Not like they expected this. It's more like prepared in case anything happened. Like nobles of this city have doomsday scenarios, and this is something that's clearly been taught over to them. Some of you would recognize that through doomsday scenarios of your own that you've gone through in your travels and prepared for. God forbid they have, and so you can recognize that inside these characters. We should get a cart if we have to take all the children with us. I don't know what we do for food. We're not going to be able to support these all of these mouths to feed, including the horses that are stored. It's just outside. Oh shit! I need my other map.
How much do we need?
He gets a little head count: 16 children, 3 supporting the children, the guardians. There's the 6 of you. And Mace and Sentry doesn't need anything. So that is going to be 27 pounds a day, at least, just for everyone to eat their meals. And then the horses and stuff would be more. So he's going to say 27 pounds probably for us, and for the horses would add another 6 or 7 pounds on top of that.
I'll be able to help with food.
Don't worry about it.
I can
got it.
hunt if that's ever necessary.
You're a big fucker. I'll take you too.
What?
You heard me.
Do you want to re-describe your character too, since you're brand new, by the way? Just what's looking at Mosnell right now? Giving him the shit.
Let's see. About 5'9", fairly slim build. All decked out in like studded leather, but with like a hood to put up. Very like modeled green attire, green eyes, red hair. That's sort of shoulder length, but not really so much in the way of the face. Female, slender build, has two 2 hand crossbows that have like this case for bolts to be stored in, and you can see all this like clockwork mechanism gear work connected to the firing and to the bolts. That's all you can tell based off of those crossbows, and then she has a giant longbow as well. In addition to just some, pouches and stuff in her armor. So she's looking up at you. Oh, and she's young. She's 7 or some nonsense like that. What did I put in here? 28.
Yeah.
So a little bit older than some of the nobles and the people in here, but not too much older.
Well, I thank you for helping out my friends, but who are you?
I'm Bologna. And who are you?
Mosnell.
You look like you can take care of yourself. I respect that.
I've been known to.
The rest of you? I'm not sure yet.
As he looks over to see Belfina just like making flowers and shit with her little tin hat. Ding ding! As all the kids are like, Yara Morzire comes over to you, and she's, Bellona, you came back. You came. How did you know that we needed help?
I had a vision.
Oh, why does everyone have visions in this place?
Beats me.
Okay. Oh well. Ophelia's not here. She and her family are on expedition as they normally are, and I was left head of the household. You know this Yara Morzire as first cousin of Ophelia, of the Morzire family. We will follow you, but we have to try and find some solution for the children. We clearly can't go home, but I actually don't know what we could do at all. Actually. I think our lives are over. And she's like spacing out, wide-eyed, and pretty shocked.
It's not over yet.
I'll see what I can do about getting in contact with Ophelia.
Okay.
Do you have a... would my home village be welcoming to these people?
Not really, no.
Not really? Okay.
No, definitely not. Especially
think so.
nobles. No,
Yeah, okay.
not so much.
Heck, the no.
Okay. Would I based on my knowledge of the area, obviously though,
Yeah.
where would be a good place that I would know of that might be reasonable?
Out of Jalasia.
Jalasia? Okay.
They gotta run.
Right.
They gotta get the heck out of here. As you guys are talking, Sari, who said Eve sent you?
That was me.
You. Did she tell you how to get back? Any instructions about what to do?
After we get to a spot where we can rest tomorrow, I will be able to get in contact with her.
Okay. She did message me and told me someone was coming. I'm really hoping it's you at this point.
Yeah, it was. I heard her.
She pulls out of her bag one of her atlases, and she starts flipping through the maps she has. Me and Eve made maps to, if I ever needed to find her. I know how to get to her. It's going to take a long time. So I think we should take Mace's plan to get carriages, and then we should make our trip to her home.
I think that's a good idea. Where's the closest spot that we can get carriages from?
As Mace moves over, there's a place, as he points onto the map here, as Sari lays out these maps for you.
You just killed them all. Oh my god.
Oh god, the
Oh
city!
my... The city, no! The trolls!
All those people!
I'm part of the game.
Cast Hand of God at 10
Nah,
levels.
dude, Big B's hand.
Mace points out, here, there's a secret route we could take.
where we have those stores, just in case.
So we're like right
You're right outside there. We can go all the way down through here,
Jeez.
and then follow the map.
We're going through a rainforest. That's so cool.
We're gonna go through there, through the rainforest, all the way down. We'll have to rest, and then we'll have to travel all the way to there.
Just for a cart?
No, that's the end. The cart's in the forest. Let me
For Ryan and Luke to barely understand upside down. We're going from here, where we're at, get the carriage here, and we gotta travel all the way down to here.
It's probably 3 weeks journey.
3 weeks. And how long will this method to get to Eve take?
3 weeks. Are you deaf?
Maybe I won't be taking you out on the
The
hunt.
traveling took was. Wait, hang on. DM question.
Oh no,
Unless-
Ryan got mixed up. Yeah.
No, she took out like some like magical atlas, right?
It's just an
Not
atlas.
magical, dude. Not everything's magic in this universe. She
It
made an
seems
atlas with the help of Eve as they were mapping out the world. There's a lot of things you could, find
Oh,
out.
it sounded like she used it to like figure out where Eve was.
Eve told her where she was.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Basic communication skills.
Does anybody... What do you guys know about the relationship of Eve and Sari? Did she tell you anything?
She told us that she knew her, and that they were friends. That was pretty much it.
Okay.
I think, unless
I
I'm
don't
mistaken.
even-
Do I know
wasn't
about
there. I
that?
don't know.
Well, you as Justin.
You know stuff. But,
That would
okay.
be metagaming.
I'm just making sure I didn't... Yeah. Could always fucking ask her, but... Yeah, as far as you guys know. Wow, that's amazing that she has maps of the world.
Sari, how do you know Eve?
Maybe now isn't the time to catch up on stories since we need to get going, but she's a friend that has helped guide me, and we've learned a lot from one another. At this point, I would say the pressure to get the hell out of here, because you guys are just like you look 35 feet and there's more walls crumbling from where the cityscape is. So,
All right. You gotta get moving. I'll take point.
okay.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mosnell and Bellona are going to take the front, leading the way, based on the map. Oh, my Lanta. And Sari's guidance, so you guys can roll with advantage and mace because they're telling you where to go. Avicia right now.
What do you want me to roll for? Survival?
Yeah.
25.
Okay. Going to the carts. Tamazing's going to take up the rear, as well as Airy, as the big flock of orphans are in the middle. Why do I keep calling them the children? Just the children. Just makes it so much sadder when they're orphans.
I'm in with the orphans.
Yep, you're just constantly entertaining the orphans at this
Yeah,
point.
That's my role.
What are you doing, Luke?
Hospitality.
Well,
Finest.
if I could carry Sari, I would attempt to do that.
Yep, you can easily carry Sari, definitely. She's this frail little thing.
What?
Okay.
Does he still
Are you
look
s-
like Theron?
Yeah, are you still Theron?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
So as he comes over and puts Sari, she easily climbs up onto his back. She has her backpack full of all of her books and drawings and stuff. And you all start to make your way. Do you go fast pace, medium pace, slow pace?
Well, let me read this thing here real quick.
Oh
Can we
boy.
go at a fast pace with all the kids?
We'll see.
As summer
but-
camp counselors, we can tell you no.
There's always like Cooper or Wyatt in the back.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay,
Wyatt,
so
we need to go.
I'll just read you.
Yeah.
I'll read you what Natural
Throwback
Explorer
time.
says,
Yeah.
and I'll let you make a decision.
I
based on
will,
what it
I will.
says. So, you have a favorite terrain type.
Yep,
Obviously,
you're
we're
in
in
it.
it. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when
Yep.
you make an intelligence or wisdom check. While traveling for an hour or more in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
Mm-hmm.
You can't become lost except by magical means.
Yep.
You remain alert to danger even when you're engaged in another activity.
Yep.
Blah, blah, You can move stealthily at a normal pace while alone, and you find twice as much food while foraging.
Oh, wow. Oh,
And while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. So
Alright.
based on all of that, don't know how you want that
Well,
to
I'm still
affect
seeing how
travel.
you guys want to go forward, trying to push the kids to go faster, go at a normal pace now. Well, you know that,
Yeah.
but everybody else want to be certain. But you are taking lead, so everybody, it's basically up to Mosnell and Bologna what the pace they're going to do, because that's what they're doing. They're
We're
leading
going
the pack.
fast.
What's that?
We're going fast.
Going fast?
We're trying.
Mosnell?
We gotta get out of here.
I think that's a good way to start, but if we have to slow down for the children once we get ahead,
If they
that
can't
might
keep
be
up, we'll slow down.
advisable.
All right.
If they can't keep up, we'll just leave them behind.
Yeah, right.
Who's gonna miss them?
That's something an evil character would say.
Anywho, as that happens. Oh, shit. Do you want to kill the dehumidifier?
Oh, Zach, no, you forgot.
Bang,
I didn't
bang.
ask him. That's my fault. That's just going to be awful in the recording, and now they're going to be like, anyway.
Sorry, Chad.
So, as you guys travel, children are pretty cheerful thanks to what you're doing. They're keeping up. It's only about an hour's rushed pace.
Are you a Disney princess?
At
Yes.
this point, this might be a great path to take for Belfina. Great. I have 2 bells now, you bastards. Good luck with this. Anyway,
Belf.
let's get the map of Jalasia up for you
That's my
guys.
favorite map.
Oh, look at that. It's like it was meant to be.
Maps. Jalasia.
We're heading towards like carts right now, right?
Yes, so you're hitting inside the forest. So let's see. Does my mouse show up on the screen? I believe it does. Yeah. Oh, fuck, that's tiny.
Did he mention like the name of this place we're going to?
No, it's an unmarked location
Oh,
on purpose.
Jesus.
So you guys are going in here. If you can see the very tiny pixel going through my mouse, you're going into this abandoned. It seems seemingly abandoned and hard and obscured to see. If you didn't have direction, you would have a very difficult time finding this. But it is a outpost for emergencies that has been set up. As you get there, there are fresh horses. There are no one inhabiting it. It just seems like they're rotated in and out, the horses. So, like, daily someone comes to check them up and leave and just make sure supplies are there. Since you got everybody and it all worked out, you guys have access to a supply shed in there for your travels, too. As Mace goes up and has a key and unlocks it, you go inside. There's bedrolls, there's food in there, traveling tools. There's not a lot of food, though, but there's an extra 10 pounds of food for you guys to take on your travels as you go. So there is a wagon and 2 horses that are set up. It's a big one, so this would allow all the children to fit in the back of the wagon, someone to drive the wagon, and a couple adults to fit in the back, but everybody else would have to be holding on or roughing it to fit on this particular wagon.
Well, I certainly am going to put Sari down on the wagon.
Okay.
And as I set her down, I'm gonna say, I will be here if you need me.
Thank you
Yep.
very much. I appreciate
And
it.
as I do that, I'm gonna change my form.
Mhm.
And you see pale white skin female, about 5'2", emerald green eyes, and about mid-length hair, black.
He's copying my
And
look.
when the when the form changes, you see her put her hand to her head, and she pulls a ribbon out of her head and then ties her hair back with it.
Out of her head?
Yeah.
Did he stutter?
Metal.
No,
Did he
he
stutter?
didn't.
That's so metal.
He did not stutter.
I love that.
And as he's doing that, you see the raven on Sari's shoulder, just on there, sort of endearingly next to her.
Where were you keeping that?
I'm just gonna take note.
None of you see it because it's inside.
Oh, damn.
So
My
Yeah,
study
never
of
mind.
strange species, what I know what she is.
what? You haven't even exited yet, so we gotta wait here. She's in the back putting Sari down as you guys. The rest of the crew is inside gathering supplies.
What I have knowledge.
So it's up to what are you doing now,
Right.
Rayla?
I'll just say, Moitra will be with you, and if you need me, I will be outside.
Thank you so much.
And then I'm gonna exit the back of the cart.
All right. So Ulzol wanders his fucking face out. Okay, what do you want?
Did I see her transform?
No, you just see a woman now. That wasn't there before.
Well, whatever.
All right.
Can I make
Making
him
it clear this is not worth my pursuits. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm not
No,
gonna
I'm not. I'm just. We're not metagaming, all right?
all good.
People are doing
It's
stuff.
all good.
I just want to see if there's anything in the supply shed.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 12.
Yeah, no, everything's basically just
Alright,
tools,
just normal
stuff.
stuff.
Everything's
Alright,
there, nothing crazy.
Oh,
You would certainly notice that my attire is very noble-like.
Mhm.
It's all dark black and grays, and all the ribbons. She has a bunch of little ribbons, just like the ribbon she tied her hair back with, all like strewn about her skirt and her shirt and all the. And they're like it's like an ethereal color or ethereal blue color. Like you can kind of see through it, but not really.
Fancy.
And they're all like tied all over the place.
Make an intelligence check to see if you think, like, everyone who comes out at this point, I guess everybody, make an intelligence check to see if you're like, she was part of the nursery or not. Like,
19.
19? Yeah, she definitely didn't come with the crew. She wasn't here 5 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, who are you?
You're like, who fucking knows? I was moving fast, saving kids. What do you got?
10 for me as well.
Mazo has no idea.
I'm sorry, it was intelligence.
Yeah.
So just a straight 9.
9, you're just playing with the kids. Don't worry. You're in the zone right now, making the kids happy. So Ulazal's the only one to question this individual, as everyone almost goes like, "Oh no, Ulazal!" No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. As the DM goes,
Just trying.
Go ahead. You approach.
I'm sorry, you weren't here a few minutes ago.
I was here, but not in this form.
Oh.
I am Ralia Cordshire.
Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And your name,
My
sir?
name is Ulinzal.
Urzo.
I can assume that you're a friend of Sari.
Of course. And what is your purpose?
Well, that's a bit unclear now. I'm a servant of Tyr, and I do his bidding wherever I go. And
Very
right
well.
now, that's saving. Sorry.
But it seems we are allied at this moment, so very well to meet you.
Likewise.
And I'll walk away.
Cool.
damn. Fuck Dale. This is way cooler.
Dell's still okay. He's still alive. He's hanging out places.
He's antisocial, though.
He yeeted somewhere. Screw all these dumb folks.
Okay. All right, you guys gather your things. Do you guys want to rest here, or do you want to try and move along?
Move along like I
Can
know
I
you
sleep in the
do.
cart? Wait,
You don't have
actually,
space.
Actually, I did want to cast Sending to
Okay.
Flamma, just to see.
Okay.
Flamma, are you okay? Where are you?
Nothing. No response.
Ooh.
Choked up.
Ari just was standing next to you, hoping to hear a response. Just walks away, shaking his head. So, up to you guys.
What
You would
time
put-
is it right now?
It is now probably 10, 11 p.m. No, so 3, 4, it was 5, getting there, 20 minutes. Okay, 7:30, 8 p.m. It's becoming night right now because it took you an hour to get to this place as well. Traveling through the night, probably not recommended from Bellona, as you would know, as good as you are alone, managing an entire small platoon has its difficulties.
We can raise
So-
them to be warriors.
So through the night, it's going to be a tough call. So it's up to you guys whether or not you want to try and go through the night.
Would I know how safe this location is currently?
Yes.
Yes,
Give me an
Could
intelligence
I- yeah,
check,
could
both
I-
of you.
That's where I gauge that.
Just intelligence.
Yep.
Double your proficiency.
Natural
Intelligence
20
check?
plus 5.
Yes.
This place is
25.
very well obscured. It's 25.
Okay.
You definitely recognize this as one of the many safe houses that the nobles have. They don't tell you locations purposely. You have one, and you only know the location of it, as many of the other noble houses can't even afford some of these. So this is definitely the richer and higher end ones, which is nice to see. And you wouldn't stay here long, but this is definitely everything you need for an escape plan right now.
There you go.
Good for you guys for befriending and getting Mace.
All right, then I'll.
You're right.
You little shit.
I don't blame him.
I don't either, honestly.
All right. So you guys gonna stay the night? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I thought hold on.
Murder the children?
I think I have a spell that I want to use where I like. Do you remember if it was Belfina or Ohana? Because I'm afraid I'm getting them mixed up. But I like cast a spell where there's like a sphere that'll like protect us.
Are you looking for Lehman's?
I'm not sure.
He probably. I think that's Belfina. It's a druid, potentially a druid scene.
That's what I'm
Or Hana
thinking.
shouldn't have that. The
Yeah,
fighter
she
wouldn't be
doesn't
able to
really
do
cast
that.
any spells.
It sounds
I
like the
Holy crap.
Caleb thing.
I'm trying to remember if it was like a racial feat or if it was like a spell that I cast. I can't recall, and I can't even like think of the name of it. So I'm like super unhelpful
It is.
right now.
It is. It is. It is a druid thing. You're right.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Maybe.
These
Neat.
names. Dope.
I don't know.
Yeah. Within the sphere, you and your allies gain a +5 bonus. During a long or short rest, you can invoke the shadowy power of the gloaming court to help guard your respite. At the start of your rest, you touch a point in space, and an invisible 30-foot radius sphere of magic appears centered on that point. And so it, like, protects us while we sleep.
Okay.
Neat.
And I guess I didn't realize this before, but yeah, we all gain a +5 bonus to dexterity and wisdom checks
Yeah, while you're in it.
while you're in the sphere.
All right. Good to know.
Neat.
So,
And it leaves when we wake up.
okay.
Cool.
So are you guys sleeping? I still haven't gotten an answer from you all. What are we
I
doing?
think
Who
we
is
should do
leading
that,
us?
Because
It was me.
Masnau and
Alright.
Bologna we're leading the
I'll walk up to Bologna. Like, I believe it is best if we stay here the night.
That's fine. I'll take this big guy and see if we can find some food for the morning.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Best not exhaust yourselves. It sounds like we have a long
I'll
journey.
find a nice place
You
to lay
doubt my
down and
skills.
I
I'll
don't
go to
doubt
sleep.
anything.
Okay. What's that? Are you talking shit over there? Okay, it's fine. All right. As everyone
Yes.
starts to do that, Delphina, fuck, this is gonna be endless. From her staff, she like blows into the staff a little bit, and you see like these fireflies come out, and the kids are like, "Whoa!" And then as they push out, the sphere comes around everybody. So it's all this like, almost like when you project the stars on the inside when you were a kid, and you're like, "Ah, yeah!" That's what's happening. Masnau and Bologna are going out hunting for a few hours. Anybody
gonna-
taking watch?
I'll watch it
No,
first.
I'm confident in my sphere.
Okay. Yep.
Is the sphere
I'll
visible?
watch it first.
What?
Is the sphere visible?
From
I
the
don't think
outside,
so.
it's invisible.
No.
Okay.
So basically, this whole place just is so well hidden at this point.
Okay, cool. I will cast Dark Vision on myself and Masno,
Okay.
Cool.
and then we will go hunting.
Well,
Masnau.
this is new.
Yeah.
This is sick.
What's going on?
So is somebody
Ready
staying
for a
up
hunt,
watch?
big guy?
Yeah, I feel like I'm cheating though.
You need to get your spell slots back. Okay.
It's not
I
cheating.
really do. I'm
Yeah.
sleeping.
Go to sleep. All right. You're going to sleep. Go make survival checks for me, you two.
Just a little trick.
What are you trying to hunt? What are you looking for? Take me through it.
Let's see if I can find any tracks
All right.
of some sort of large game. It could be elk, deer, stag,
Survival
or
check.
anything. Really.
Getting a lot of survival checks, you lucky little bastard.
Jeez, well that was a
It's all in the
shitty
wording.
roll.
Yeah, but
I was gonna help.
Oh, you can help
So-
then.
Yeah.
So, but you can roll. So,
Yeah, hey, I did good.
I got a 17.
17. What'd you get?
I got a 23.
So as you're picking up some of the tracks, Masnel impresses you by like pulling back some more that were hitting, just like, look at this shit. And you're like, look at that shit.
I knew you were a good choice.
And you see some wild boar tracks.
All right.
Piggy.
We will track them and follow them.
All right. With your rolls, half the time it takes normal people to find these.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm also going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. As you are moving through, you hear the crunching of.
Yeah.
And Maz, you're like, what the fuck? As you can see in the dark,
When
and
did
now
I
I'm
get
making
so
sounds.
sneaky?
With his giant great axe. As the axe is like hitting shit. And we're in a rainforest thicket.
So-
and it's just hitting everything and making no sounds.
Yep.
Give me stealth
It's-
checks, you
It
two.
would be on my back at that point, but it can still be hitting
Sure.
shit.
Sorry.
I would probably have like a javelin out.
Okay.
Probably hunt with.
Give me
the
stealth checks.
Yep.
Plus 10.
Oh
Natural
my
20.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Add a 10 to it.
Yeah. 30.
What did I roll here?
Yep.
23.
Nice.
Yes.
So the two of you are going quietly through. I should get the. Do I have the nice music up? Do I have the rainforest
The
music?
knife music? What? Oh, night.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Zach.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I killed the demon, and then we had to
we can
save
use
a
this for now.
princess, and then
And I think I was dead.
everybody was making fun of me.
Sounds like every other day for you.
Seriously.
Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. Oh my God, just get music up. Holy shit. All right. As you're going through the forest, you start hearing the. As you're getting closer. Thanks. Closer.
I think that is the boar.
It can't hear you whatsoever.
Is it just one board?
Make a perception check as you're looking in.
Jesus
And
Christ.
Mosnell's going around on the other side with his javelin.
16 for perception.
Okay. You actually see 2 or 3 of them.
17.
You see 3 or 4 of them. As they are, there's a couple like here, but they're like all pushed out, and there's these big leaves over them, and you can just see a little bit of the movement inside the leaves where they're tracking. Mosnell, you can get with a 30 right on top of them, while you got a little more distance, but you can still get close as hell with the 23 plus.
I don't need to be close.
Yeah,
That's
all right.
fine.
So, what are you guys doing?
I have a few things I want to do,
Okay.
hopefully. I'm going to drop Pass Without a Trace so that I can cast Magic Weapon on my longbow
Okay.
at 5th level.
Okay. These are boars.
I want to make sure.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action, so I'm going to do that.
Mosnell, what are you doing?
I'm going to be lining up a shot with one of the boars with my javelin.
Okay. Go ahead and roll attack against the boar.
And I'm going to use my sharpshooter feat to take a -5 to my hit, but it's not going to matter because I have Magic Weapon.
Okay, go ahead and hit it.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Alright, that's a 19 to
Natural
hit.
1.
Any modifiers? Plus 7 or anything?
Plus 8.
Plus 8. So what is that? 9?
9. Yeah.
9?
Mhm.
Nope.
Oh my god.
So you see Mazzo. But thanks to the 30, even though it's just wearing off as you throw it, doesn't notice the javelin go right past his head. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna. No, it definitely doesn't. So that's that. What are you doing? What's your
I
roll?
rolled a
attack?
19.
Yeah, that hits.
Come on, die.
Nani.
Come on. Ooh. 16 damage. Oh wait, no. 26 damage, sorry.
With your crossbows?
Just
Or
my longbow.
longbow.
Yeah.
So it goes like half of its body gets separated. It's almost like a knife going through, or a greatsword gets bisected and goes through into the back, and you hear a couple. They start running in other directions. The other two, and the one by Ryan
Can I quickly?
still has no idea what's going on.
Can I quickly try to line up another shot?
Yeah, go ahead and try. Give me sleight of hand check, just for a quick fill and shot. Maz, now give me another attempt at the boar.
18.
Yep. I'll take another
18.
javelin out.
Yeah, that'll hit. All right, well, that you can pull the arrow. Now try and hit a moving target. Obscured
so-
by the
25 to
I
hit.
rolled
that
a
hits. obscured by the forest. So.
27.
Well, it had a bonus to its AC because of the forest, but you're gonna hit it. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
What's your damage, Mazno?
10.
Javelin goes through it and pins it.
17.
It's
damage.
looking really bad.
17 damage.
I'll just.
As that arrow goes through, it gets cleaved as that falls into like ham sandwich on the side there. And there's one more running. It's getting really far away at this point.
How
So
far away
I'll
is
go
it?
up to the one
Probably
that
65 feet, which is really far for the brief 12 seconds that has happened. Yeah, well, it was far out to begin with you guys, and now it's trying to get the hell out of here. What are you doing, Maslow?
I'm just gonna go up to the boar that I pinned.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take out like a knife that I have.
All right.
I'll just
Roll damage, just for
put it out
giggles.
of its
Just for
misery.
giggles, to see if you fuck this up.
Sure, 6. I rolled a d6, so
Just into it, and the boar still. What are you doing?
Can I try to get the last one?
Yeah, you can try.
What do you want me to roll? Like just an attack?
I need a dexterity to feed the arrow quick enough to try and hit it now. You're going rapid fire in these
Another sleight of
successions.
hand here.
Yep. Sleight of hand,
It's,
then another attack.
13.
13. You're a little slow to draw, so it's getting farther away, but keep going. Go ahead and try and
My-
attack it now.
How far away is it now?
Probably getting close to 85 feet.
It's not gonna matter.
Yeah. No, this guy.
Well, my
Yeah, no, I
my
know.
normal
I
range
know.
is 150.
I know what the
Okay.
normal
I
range
just
is.
wanted to make sure you
I'm
know.
very aware.
17. Nope. 22 to hit.
Masno, as you put it out, you see an arrow like this quick as lightning arc, and you hear another damage.
And that one does. 12.
12 hits it and falls. You can now go pick up your pieces of boar and boar.
Alright, I will collect my arrows.
All right.
If there are any that are,
So you shot off 3.
Yep.
The way you cut them in half, the ones that cut in half definitely shattered on trees as they were going through, so you can recover 1 arrow.
That's fine.
You guys do what you do best, starting to gather the animals and lug them back to the campsite. Masno helps you with the chunks of the other one that's been bisected as you carry the other bisected one in the boar. So you each have a bisected boar and a normal boar, and you walk back. And within about 2 hours' time, the boars were close enough to this area. You were stealthy enough. You were able to kill them fast enough, and so now it becomes your process of getting all the meat ready and all that type of stuff for consumption. That'll take you another hour of time, bringing you close to midnight by the time
fine.
you're done with all this. And I'm going to say both of you are proficient in medicine and survival, I believe, or one of them.
Yeah.
Survival.
Survival is just going to allow you to do this without any rolls.
Nice.
You guys know how to do this. So that will wrap up your night as much as you want till the next morning.
Good hunt.
Yes. Hey, that bow thing's that's useful for hunting. I've never used that.
I could teach you sometime.
That'd be excellent. Normally I have to take one out with the javelin, then I have to chase the others down. It takes a long time.
Yeah, this makes it a bit easier, amongst other things.
Yes.
As like a little bit of the boar starts like sliding out of Maslow's hand, puts it back up, all the boar chunks and just heaves it onto one of the tables inside, to try doing some work with it. everyone's gonna go take a rest, and that's where we'll take our break.
Yes, long rest. My power has returned.
That's a good
I mean,
flavor.
he's not very. He actually is pretty strong, but he's probably not stronger than a giant fiend, though.
Yeah, as this like gross little eggplant, he's like, "I'm a swole bird." Slowly brings him, just brings him in. Not swole enough.
Should have done more push-ups.
Anyway, welcome back. The sun rises, 6 a.m. Masno and Bologna are up ahead of everybody else. And then about 2 hours go by. They don't wake everybody. They're still preparing all the food and the meats and all that type of stuff.
Wakey,
And then it hits
wakey.
at 8. And about 8 a.m. everyone's
Wakey.
awake.
Yikes.
So where's the maps? Give me the map.
Boar
There's a map.
bacon.
Younggook. I need that map. I made it yesterday. I don't remember shit. All right.
Wakey, wakey.
What are you guys doing now that you're all awake? What's your plan when attack? What are we going? You have a 3-week adventure ahead of you potentially. What are we doing? Where are we going?
We're trying to ration out some boar right now.
Okay.
And cure what we can.
Okay.
And then preparing.
Okay, you're doing that. You guys probably will take it to about 10
Breakfast.
a.m. 9, 10 a.m. to get that all ready to go.
That's fine.
I'm sure somebody who actually does this is screaming at me right now. It's like, that's not, were you joking? That's not the rules.
I can create
Magic.
45 pounds
Yeah,
of
you can.
food
You
and
can.
30 gallons of water
You
per
create
day.
food and water, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't need to do
we're
that.
okay.
Yep.
I believe in myself.
Yep.
I don't need that shit.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Yumi cheats a little bit,
Yeah.
but not that much.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
we're good on food.
Yeah, you're going to solve that problem, which is nice. But you still have to manage taking all these people all this way. So, what are we doing?
So
You guys, I can give you stuff. I'm just,
the kids are going to be on the cart.
okay?
We have one. We have
Tell
one
me your
card,
plans. Tell me what you're thinking about. Marching orders. Are you following me? So you're going to talk to any of the characters now that you have some time? It's all on you guys right now, what you want to do. The world's your
So-
oyster.
Right? We know the direction we're going, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I take a look at the map and see if I can get a good read on that, where we're headed?
Jalasia, yep.
I meant my character.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I-
So go ahead and
I mean, she knows the area relatively well. Anyway.
Jalasia very well.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a history check on this one.
Guys, let's turn around and go to Pank.
Can I assist him in that? Her?
Yeah.
Hey.
You two. Everyone's becoming girls in this campaign. As you guys.
Alright.
I started the trend.
Good. Yeah, you aid, so you can roll with advantage.
Who are you again?
I believe in the map it's right there. Right there. We're going in Jalasia. It's going up and down.
Right.
into
Yeah,
the-
yeah. I know that, but who are you again? I don't think I've seen you.
My name is Ralia Kocha.
Bologna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Everyone's instant trust. She's fucking here. Well, we're not dead, so fuck it.
Uh,
No, I'm with you. Keep going.
I don't know where Bologna's from, but she might recognize my name.
Give me a
My-
history check. And you, actually, you're going to have to give me another history check, too.
I rolled a 4 for a history check.
Well, you're looking at the map and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. What's wrong? Maps are trees. Like, there's, you don't have any, oh, but it's history. So, survival wise, you know when you, like, I know when you're walking, I know this place. But when you have these intellectuals put it in this format, it kind of throws off the feeling of the forest for you. So, it's a little, with advantage, you rolled a 4?
I didn't roll with advantage.
I was helping.
Yeah, he was helping you for the map.
Oh, well, I rolled a 20 now. So.
Oh, well, of course. Of course.
I did.
Of
I
course.
had it upside down the whole time.
Ralia the intellectual
Yeah,
turned his
as-
map upside.
As you're thinking that, you see, her name. Sorry. Rayla? I already forgot it.
Ralia.
Ralia. Ralia goes, just sort of turns the map for you. And you're like, oh, yes, of course. Of course. Of course. I know exactly where we are.
That makes a lot more sense.
All right. You make a history check, and you make a history check. You too.
17.
17?
13.
13. You know of the of Bellona because she frequently is friends with the Morzires, which you are also friends with. So you've seen her around, and you said 17?
Yep.
Yeah. So with the 17, you know that she comes from this notable clan that does a lot of hunting, and they did a lot for gathering resources for Clovis. And you're familiar with her in the sense that she is notably not bad, evil, or like all in it for herself. Like there's no red flags that you've ever encountered with her in her times that you've seen. And if Ophelia trusts her, that's a really good sign. You recognize as one of the few friends Ophelia trusts is Rahalia of the other clan, of the other noble houses at court in Clovis. The noble court sucks to you, and it's just like never, ever. As soon as that stuff comes up, you got to run. Multiple times you've helped Ophelia get out of those type of commitments, but there's some sort of friendship dynamic that you've seen between Rahalia and Ophelia.
Oh my God.
Hey, fuck all you guys, all right? Hey, what started as 7 characters has blossomed into like 40. Like between all your backups and everything, it is just, and then I have like 500 NPCs. You enjoy the game, all right? And if I mess up a name, sue me.
No, I just mean that there's gonna be a lot of confusion.
Yeah. Think about the only guy that has it straight. All right. Anyway. So you guys kind of have that moment of like recognition and oh hey, wow, life is strange. Brought us together.
You know Ophelia, right?
Very well, yes.
I think I've seen you around.
You as well.
As the two similar height are just staring at each other. Not aggressively though, but just very much like matter of factly.
Interesting.
Well met.
Hail and well
Yes.
met, travelers.
Yeah. All right.
As I'm turning the map around.
Works perfectly. A good engagement. All right.
Hunting plans are not the brightest, are they?
Casual shrug.
Casual shrug that one off.
That's not giving me to turn him up. Yoink. All right, get him up a little more. All right.
Oh yeah.
So, Ulazal, Belfina, and Mosnell, Airy, are all gathered. Airy took watch last night, especially because he has the thing that allows him to do it on less sleep. You're all sort of grouped up, trying to reconnect, make some sort of plan going forward with everything else. As the raven flies and kind of gets your attention, it does get all your attention. And you see the raven looking at all of you. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Flies away.
What was that all about?
You said that went to the family tree?
Yeah, it's the rest, the originals.
The
well,
OG.
not quite the originals, but Belfina sort of counts.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2, now in season 3. This is Arc 2, by the way, or Act 2, Arc 4.
So many plots and subplots.
So, once we complete this, where do we go from here?
I have questions for the lizard folk more about this, and I think I'm just going to try and figure out whatever this is. It's given me a chance to stand up for what I want to do and what I think is right. So I better figure out more about it. She said something about the north, though, Masno.
It's the North is in some sort of grave danger. think that should be the next steps that we take, as long as you all will come with me.
I'm with you.
I'm with
Appreciate
you.
it.
You were there.
So I don't know what would face us there, but I just know my homeland and the people who live there are in grave danger. And
One world-ending problem to the next.
We fought death and lived. What could possibly be worse than that?
Ask Flamma.
Ooh. Ooh.
And where did Dell go?
Yeah, seriously, what the heck? He just left. He just went with his sister, right?
Yeah,
Wait, what was all...
are you
he would know that.
can't possibly say you're surprised about that.
You know, I can't say that I'm surprised, but it, you know,
But
it's
a
still,
little offended.
it still hurts. I thought there was some kind of a connection there.
No goodbyes.
He just left.
I think he understood, as do I, that there was no goodbye needed. We had our adventure and we're now going our separate ways.
I wanted
That's
a
the way
goodbye.
I wanted a goodbye too. I mean,
As Maznos is just like, whoa, I understood. You spend more time with animals than humans before this adventure, so.
Delphino, what do you want to do? Where are you going?
I don't know, man.
Tink tink!
I'm just along for the ride. I was just living in my little house before all this, and
Wasn't there some kind of an issue with your forest?
yeah, I suppose there was. Now that I think about it more,
It has been a while.
it has been. But I think it was related to Orlith.
It might have been. I mean, if we ever end up back there and things are better, then we'll say it was part of that. And if not,
I'm sure
More
it'll
things
hunt
to
me
do.
down first.
yeah.
How long has it been?
Shoot, I don't know. There was. Oh,
A few months.
I walk over to Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, what's the date?
The date?
The date.
Just kind of give you a strange look. It is the 4th month, 6th day of the 67th, 41st.
41st.
Yes?
How? I go back to the group. How long has it been since we were in that fight?
For the Fanlin crew, you entered on the 12th month on the 10th day of the year 36.
Oh my god.
It's been 5 years?
You shouldn't have taken so long.
Oh, shit.
Guys, we were in there for 5 years. It's 41 now.
But also remember, like, you was 12th month out of 15th. It was like almost being in December when you entered, so. For the
41.
Waterdeep crew, it's only about 4 years they were in there. They also came months later.
41 what?
The year, it's 41 now.
I'm not sure Maslow knows what years are.
Give me an intelligence check as he racks his brain to remember what a conversation his dad had with him multiple times and kept failing at.
Oh, my.
Oh boy. What kind of roll is this?
This would be a dad yelling at me history check.
All right, history. 3.
3.
Oh, no.
As he starts saying the years, your father comes back to you, pointing to this weird paper thing in his hand, just like, this is important. And you're like, how can it be? I don't get this. And he's just like, no, this lets you know how much time has passed. And you're like, I just count on my hand. And you're like, he's like, what happens when
That's
you
what
run
this
out?
is for.
And you're like, oh. And you start using your kneecaps, you start using your toes and fingers. It's like, how many years old are you? And you're like, oh no.
It's currently both hands, both toes, both knees, both ankles, both elbows.
So all that hits you, and you're gonna try and process With a 3, you don't even know what the mathematics are for the difference in years. No, you said 5 years, did you say? So you're trying to think what 5 years is pretty hard. So you just squint at him like, sounds like a few months.
5 years. I wonder how Fandolin is. I wonder.
So, I think Belfina's a little confused about what a year is. So, why don't you tell her what that is? Just, so we're all on the same page.
Just disbelief.
As Ulzal's stomach just keeps sinking deeper and deeper.
5 years of my life.
Make a patience check. Don't actually. All right.
I don't know what to do. Well, Ulazal will explain to Maznal the concept of a year and the passage of time.
As you try Arius issue, and you guys start working through fingers translations to years, which we're role playing because fuck you, we're doing that.
All right, so
Mazno, how do you keep track of you getting older? Do you have a way of knowing how many seasons go by?
Well, it's sometimes hard to tell in the north because it's just cold all the time.
Oh God!
But it does tend to get a bit colder sometimes.
Oh, does that have anything to do with your elevation when you go up mountains?
Sometimes.
Do you take that into account when you're trying to figure out how old you are?
I'm going to make an intelligence check to decide. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to say no.
Oh, good. Okay. Help me.
So, when the cold season comes, and then it gets warm again, that cycle repeats over and over. And a year is the time it takes for one of those cycles to go through. So
Okay.
When you say you're like...
I can work with this.
When you're like 30-some years old, that means you've been alive to see like 30-some cycles of the seasons pass.
I got it.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. 12.
It's probably worth a finger, but it's probably not as much as a finger. You're probably overstating it, but that's a long time.
That's a long time.
So we were in that room in that fight for what to us only seemed like a few hours, but out here was 5 years, 5 complete cycles of seasons.
Mazno, you feel a little bit of panic as you were supposed to be at the North ASAP.
Yeah.
And this just hits you after they finally explained how long it takes.
I've been away too long. I need to get back to the North. As soon as we finish up here, we need to go immediately.
I agree.
The situation was dire before we went into that fight. If it's 5 years, I don't know what's happened. We need to go as soon as possible.
We'll arrange passage as soon as we get the chance.
Mace overhears your conversation. And he sort of sees you two who kidnapped him. Attempted to. Kind of glances. If you two need updates on the world, Sari's the best of us when it comes to international affairs.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think
As he
I
walks
will.
away.
Okay.
Really glad I'm not in the stomach of a cyclops right now.
Yes.
Shink has Grace behind him.
Well, that was very informative.
We should go talk to
Belfina, do you understand now?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Oh.
As Belfina
Excellent,
has created
excellent.
like an entire like flower garden as you all were talking at their feet.
Well, now we're all on the same page.
All right. So, you can try talking to Sari on your travels.
I would like to.
3 weeks go by. During this, we're gonna have conversations, but I would like you guys to explain to me how you'd like to travel, what routes you would take on the maps through Jalasia. If you ask people about it, and how you get to Yongguk. When we get the certain places in Yongguk, that will help us explain what's going further. So actually, I don't even need Yongguk.
I've been to Youngbook, right?
Close
to it.
You've been that young.
Yo, let's go to KK.
Oh, sorry, that
Not
one.
southern. Yeah?
No, that's a
You can go to KK if you want.
I don't think we should go to KK.
What you guys? So you can see the map, right? Yeah, you guys can see the map as well. And I sent it to you guys in Discord as well, so you can blow it up and zoom in. You have a Jalasia map, so I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna pass Mohi, or you're already on your way. You won't like get in the way of Mohi, but like it's to your northeastern side. So you're doing a thing like basically your crew went all the way around it, and now you're going back around the other side. You didn't travel. You're going past the Mohi Lake, and then on your travels, Valis and Mohi would be out of your way, but you can go to La Muchis, Conondales, KK, Vies, and Gogeta, Juliet. Those are all places you could go traveling south. That would be on your trip. You don't need to stop in all the villages. There's certain ones you can stop in, but
Do I know about like the history of these villages at all?
yes,
Really
give me
gonna ask the
history check, you two. You would know stuff. Yeet.
Oh, that's
19.
19.
19.
19, both of you. So you get the same person. Why you play?
Hive mind.
Epma. Oh, that was back there, so now you're good there.
Wow.
You know, Lamuchis had years ago an influx of immigrants after the town of Valis stopped being alive, and it just sort of collapsed in on itself. And Conondales is a big farming town, from what you know. A lot of these places, the further south you go, like KK and Vias and Gogeta, they like to be independent. They pay their taxes for the protection of Jalasia, but they do not like dealing with the politics, and they're very much like the outsiders to Jalasia in the Clovis Concord.
Which villages are the most friendly?
No, that's fucking Matt Mercer,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh, eat shit, Matt.
Which villages are the most friendly to nobles?
Since they're so far off, none of them really can even recognize nobles. The
Oh,
further
great.
ones, KK, VS, and Gogeta. You might Lamuchis and what is it? Condalis?
Condaletes.
Yeah, that's what it's. Condaletes. The ladies. Perfect.
Condaletes.
That's it. Ah, perfect. Condaletes. Got it. They would be a little less warm to nobles with those roles. Great roles, both of you.
Thank
With your
you.
combined knowledge, you have a general good idea. You can take them easily through the Adiria rainforest. That's no problem to you in the Ruru.
Go get it. Or Gillette. Ooh, Gillette looks nice too.
You can hit them through all those places.
What's her name again? Rahelia?
Ralia.
Ralia. This is gonna take a while.
Keep saying.
Raleigh. I think Raleigh.
The way I say it is like Ralia, though. So it's
Radia. I got it. Radia. I got it. Okay.
Yep.
Ralia.
Radia. We could go down to Gillette.
Best a man can get.
I can track us through the rainforest there. But if you prefer to go more southwest, we could do
No, it's the opposite direction.
Gogeta. How do you pronounce that?
Go get her.
Gogeta.
Yeah.
Gogeta, if you prefer.
If you
more,
feel safe enough to go to the rainforest, that is fine.
I can track my way. Yeah, Gillette
All right, that's gonna be longer
So
for your
what?
supplies,
seems like the safest option.
but it
So
won't.
what?
You won't run into probably anybody that even knows what the hell's going on in Clovis.
Yeah, I think Gillette is the safest option as far as protection.
As long as you feel safe going to the forest, the rainforest.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Very well. Lead us on.
Very well.
All right, so that is probably gonna take you 2 weeks to get down to Gillette, and then it'll take you another week to get to where you want to go next. So what towns you want on the border? You have KK, Vias, and Gogeta.
We're just gonna cut through the forest.
Well, right, but you come straight down, and then you got to go over because if you. All right, well,
What is our destination?
Yeah, I'm trying to just because it cuts off here.
What's the border?
Here. Here's the border. If you know that it's just massive swamplands. Once you get
Oh, so
through,
Yunguk is
those-
this part is part of Yunguk as well.
Yes. So
So
look
the
at the
border
borders.
is like-
Borders here. Borders here. Borders here. Borders here.
Oh,
Borders here. See the corner of one of these is just the edge there. That isn't even on this map. That top of you.
oh, okay.
That
I understand now.
So this is
that's
this
young.
is this.
is this
this-
the Fanxi?
Yes.
Okay.
And this border here is this border. See the Infernal Labyrinth?
Yep.
That's how you can tell where you are.
Okay, so we'll be like here-ish, and then we have to go towards where are we headed towards exactly?
Strong Claw.
Strong Claw.
Right by the sea over there.
We're crossing a continent.
Yeah.
Yonguk's huge.
Oh boy.
It's by
Oh, I
that
found it,
sea
found it,
again.
found it.
Yep.
Okay.
It's actually gonna take you more than 3 weeks to
It's
get
gonna take
there.
us a hot minute to
Yeah.
get over there.
And 3 weeks to leave Jalasia. That's what I meant to say earlier.
Okay, so we're gonna be heading towards here, I think, as far as safety goes, and then we would have to go farther west to get to Strongclaw, I believe. Is where we're headed.
Yeah, if you want to avoid the Mudlands, is it?
Muckland.
Mucklands.
Yeah, we can't go through the swamp. That's not safe.
So we're gonna have to pass on the west through the Infernal Labyrinth,
Yes.
and then it looks like there's a string of towns along the way.
Yeah, we'll have to hit up the various towns we see along the way. And as far as my knowledge,
You
right now-
knowledge with your 19s, there are no towns in
Yeah, I was
Youngbrook.
gonna say, I didn't think so.
There is no
Very-
organized
Very
government.
tiny villages, right?
These are not villages. They're very much like clans and tribes.
Yeet. Let's go, dude.
That's what I figured.
Youngbrook is not an organized place with nobles or any of that shit.
Anarchy.
Maybe.
Alright, we'll do what we can to supply as best we can when we hit to Gillette.
I
And then,
make so much food.
You can make food.
I can
Yep.
make-
Yeah, he can make a lot.
That makes my life easier.
You were saying that you wanted to hunt, but I mentioned like
That's
2
what I
or
live
3
for,
times. We don't have to waste money on food.
Or time.
Every once in a while, we can have a very, very nice feast as well.
Or time.
Or time. This is true.
Very well.
Let me turn this
What can you make then?
Let me tell you about my pasta.
As that's starting, you guys are all going on your journey. So you have taken a route of first to Gillette, and then what town, or are you going through to the tribes? Are you stopping in Gogeta, Vias, or KK?
I think we're gonna.
Or are you ignoring all of them?
I think we're gonna go Gillette. I think,
We could probably ignore them. Do we have a
in the
reason to
interest
go?
of time, yeah, we might want to avoid.
Okay.
Go get it, and then just head straight for the Strongclaw.
Okay.
How does that sound to the group?
Sounds good to me.
As you pitch this now, it's transformed as you first pitch here, now to the pitch to the nobles as Siri, Mace, and Avicia. It's obvious to you that they've all been very well trained in knowing the politics of the world, knowing locations of the world. They have been basically bred to be these rulers of Clovis in some way. to the best of their abilities. Obviously, there's lineages. All the nobles prep this. This is something, Rahelia, this is just part of the training. And these are some of the better ones, because you do recognize all three of them. Mace, Avicia, and obviously Sari you came back for. Since Sari hung out with them so much and they're best friends, it's all jiving together. And you guys lucked out saving them all. So they see all that, and their only concern is the long stretch from Gillette to Strong Claw without a stop.
Do you guys know of any more safe houses along that route, or no?
Not in Yongguk. Once we get into Yongguk, it is anybody's game. It could be literally anything out there. We've had very little connection. The only connections we've had is through Sari. Sari... Well, can you contact Eve? Let her know we're on our way? I have no means of doing that, and I don't have my Archmaester. Not Maester. Fuck you, Game of Thrones. Archmage. God damn it.
Who's Eve?
Eve. She is a friend of mine. She helped me learn so much more about the world besides my normal studies. She sent these people to come save me. I don't believe we met either yet. Bologna, nice to meet you. We're still in the safe house still that day. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for saving all the children. It means the world to me.
Would I know who she is as far as her stature?
God, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So I'll...
And you obviously liked her more than you liked the piss-eating nobles. Because she was always, basically cast out because she was a cripple. And you get that because your clan's just if you can't work, starve. Yeah. But vice versa, she didn't do nothing. And you respect that.
So I'll kneel on her level and just give a deep bow.
Oh. I don't think you need to do that anymore, but I do appreciate it. There are no customs left, as my family is most likely no more.
You're still here?
True.
Some traditions need not die.
I guess so. If it makes people happy, then who am I to judge? So, can anybody contact Eve?
I can do that.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
We are coming to Strongclaw, but we have to stop. Where should we stop during our travels? Something like that would suffice.
That is absolutely perfect.
Okay.
I will cast Sending.
All right.
And I will say that.
Okay. Can I see Yongguk?
Can you?
Can you blind piece of shit? As I go to see it, you put your hands. Can you stop it, guys? You make it stop.
I thought it was the same place. What are you doing?
All sorts of stuff.
Ordering
I'm trying
groceries.
to find something that'll fix my face.
Sam.
Emily, your face is perfect.
Oh.
Do Sam.
Zach.
Oh. Hello. Do you introduce yourself at all? Probably not. How many words you got? Close.
I can say.
I think it's 20.
It's 25 is the word.
25.
So
I think
I
you're
can
good.
get the gist of it.
You'll be like, it's Uzo.
Yeah.
Hello, Uzo. Take. She doesn't say take. Stop by the Eternal Clan.
The Eternal Clan.
Then come directly to us. Only ask for supplies and use the phrase, only the strong claw are the strong,
The strong claw of the strong.
but the eternal are forever. They will give you aid, and they will not help you.
They will give you aid, but they will not help you.
Get here as soon as possible.
Alright.
I don't know how many that was.
I repeat that to my friends.
All right. You have your mission.
What was the phrase?
The strong claw are the strong, but the eternal are forever.
I can't wait to forget.
Crap. Do I need to know? Oh, do I know the language? Ah! One of the nobles, probably.
Anywho,
I asked Siri, do you know the language that they speak in Yongguk? The clans?
most are illiterate. But I do know, thanks to Eve, how to speak some of their dialects.
And I will tell her that we need to say exactly this.
That sounds like a plan. Okay.
When Ulazal says that message to everybody,
Yep.
Ralia puts another hand on her head and pulls out another ribbon
Okay.
and then ties it on her hair.
You got it. Now, I need everybody to
Initiative.
no. Get out. Just leave.
I got
No, I'm
excited.
kidding. Begin your travel. You guys have your food together. You have your route planned. Who's leading?
Me.
And Mosnell probably.
Yeah, right behind.
It's Amazing's with you guys.
It's amazing.
He's doing his thing, cracking jokes and keeping the kids at bay. Basically, this entire time, Amazing has been the entertainment with Belfina.
Hey.
Just making sure the noble kids have been great, and he's been wonderful to them at this point.
Adorable.
Flexing and throwing noble children
Yeah.
up and all that type of stuff.
That's just
Crushing their skulls. I mean,
Nope. So I need you all to make rolls. Give me d20 rolls.
okay.
How'd you do, Zach? For what? What are we looking for?
Will's all falls.
What you want?
I don't know.
A
What
staff
you want?
goes through his eyeball.
I'm very tired
What you
of
want,
giving you
guys?
survival. I
Well-
gotta be honest with you.
All right.
No, I'm tired of that.
Okay.
Just perception checks
Perception.
along your way.
20. Wait,
I regret this.
favored terrain or not?
Yeah, for right now, for the first half, these are the rolls to get to
27 then.
to Gillette. Yep.
25.
6.
You're useless. Well, maybe you talk
Talking
to
with Sorry.
Sorry during the time.
Trying
Yeah.
to catch up. on the events.
21.
Yep, you're all doing well. All right, so during this trip, everyone fares well getting to Gillette, but you can have some conversations to talk about.
I
So-
do have conversations to talk
All right, so here we go. We have conversations to talk about, and then
Oh,
also
I have stuff I want to bring up that doesn't have to be like your random stuff that you create.
you're right. So go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, I know I knew it was coming, but I had stuff that I wanted to ask
No,
anyway.
it's fine. You guys are good. So whatever you guys want to talk about, floor's yours. During your weeks of travel to get to Gillette, as you're going through the forest, just to set the stage, it's this cycle you get used to. The smell of the forest is that of dampness, and you see all sorts of rainforest animal natives. You see plenty of wild boar, lemur monkeys, and all sorts of just wonderful plant life that you're very not used to from the north, Mosnell. But this is really refreshing, but the heat really weighs on all of you. You're going at a normal pace, and especially led by somebody that knows this land so much. You don't have to make exhaustion checks. You guys have enough food. So you did a very good job prepping all this and playing it smart to get through. The Raven constantly comes and goes between Ralia, Sari, and just watching out on the group. You see Tamazing able to cut down just massive paths when you get like stuck, and even Bellona and Mosnell are trying to make heads or tails of it, and we start slowing down a little bit. He just takes out his sword like a machete and just like, clear the way! No time like the present. He's pushing everybody forward and making his own path, beating to his own drum as you guys continue
Classic Tamazing.
getting through the forest. What
so
conversations do you want to have as you hear that constant chirping of just even like toucans going by?
Toucans?
Very exotic animals.
It's the rainforest.
There are no 3 cans.
Damn it.
Don't push your fucking luck with me. I have one monster I can't wait for an encounter with, and you don't want him right now. Let me tell you.
The 4-can.
The 4
Toucan. Blah.
Wait,
What does it do?
the can.
Can the can. Everything explodes. Now,
Who wants to go first?
go. Come on.
During one of our night watches,
Yep.
I'm gonna try to rally up the, crew.
Fanlin crew.
Fanlin crew plus
The new Fanlin crew.
new,
Plus Amazing.
yeah, new Fanlin crew plus
Yep. Yeah. Rally.
plus Sari, I think. Sorry, whatever her name is.
Well, we gotta do something about her wheelchair she doesn't have anymore. What are we doing to get her around? She can't use her
She's
legs.
just in the wagon, dude.
All right. So we're just shooing all the kids in the wagon away for this?
Well, the kids are.
We can do that.
Sometime.
They can have a moment of privacy if she's all in the wagon.
You
And
could probably like wood bend some kind of a temporary solution Maybe.
You can try.
Wood bend?
Do you druid things?
Yeah, do you have any druid things that you can manipulate the wood around you? Does anybody have any proficiencies in like tool
I can
making or
stone
anything?
Make a stone chair.
I have thieves' tools. And I have tinkerer's
Oh,
tools.
wait. Did you mean for us to get away from the kids? Or
No.
for-
No, just to
Trying
give a
to
wheelchair.
give a wheelchair.
Yeah, just to make a wheelchair.
I see.
If you can make the wood, I can make
I
some
was
stone
like,
wheels.
why are you trying to make me make a wood barrier? That doesn't matter.
Keep the kids away. I can't hear them. Can't listen to them anymore.
They're so annoying.
Mosno would like to attempt to create the wheelchair from memory, even if he's not proficient. Even if it's going to be shitty and not usable, he's going to attempt to make that chair.
Give me a roll, man. That is a.
That could just be a straight roll if you want it.
No. It's definitely something else. It's wisdom.
Wisdom.
It's a wisdom.
Feels, man.
Okay. 13.
13. You do a decent job, but it's certainly not functional. You can't really understand the axis and how that works, but you did make a chair out of some wood from trees you were cutting down, but the rainforest trees are so different from home. It makes it really hard. Like, it doesn't cut right. You kept breaking stuff that's a lot more fragile.
So we have a frame right now.
Yeah.
So,
Ish.
I'm gonna cast like stone shape.
Okay.
And try and form a wheel, punch a hole out in the middle for an axis to go through.
Okay.
Just one wheel.
No, 2 wheels.
You said one. You said a wheel.
It's true. I did say a wheel.
Yep.
You were correct.
Yep. As Ulzal makes his one wheel and he's very happy, Bellona's like, needs 2.
You know, you're right. That would have been really embarrassing. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So now we have
And
chair
Tamazin
with
comes
wheels.
over and just like easy, just sticks an axle in. So you guys,
Where'd you get that?
but no, it's not an axle, just wood. So
Easy.
it's like his walking stick. He was like constantly like
cool.
quartering throughout the days, and you guys come together to make a wheelchair for Sari.
Hooray!
Sort of functional, even though it's stone wheels.
I can shape those stone wheels so good.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Treads.
Jesus Christ. Going on treads through the forest, this poor cripple girl. All right. So, where are we?
Sorry we made you a chair.
Rallying the family crew plus.
Okay. So, being pushed over is Sari by Avisha, and she's hanging out with the two of you guys. Avisha is a Indian-looking woman. She has short black hair, very round face, very kind-looking. She's wonderful.
She's wonderful.
She's
She's
older than
just
the other
amazing.
two. She's very bubbly, but she's definitely taken it the hardest out of Sari and Mace. This whole losing her life. So, but not literally, like you guys did, you bunch of fuck ups. Anyway, what are you talking about with Sari? Now you gathered us all around.
So, I've been on the hunt for a while. And, I've been helping out in all of Jalasia, trying to track down. There's been a bunch of fiends that have been popping up. And before I ran into all of you, they kind of just disappeared one day. I had a vision. And now I'm here. So, I'm under the impression that some of you may have some answers as to what may have happened.
I'm assuming those fiends looked something like wild dogs, and when you tried to punch through them, they felt like they were made of a mache that just tore through, and they had sharp claws, and they were hideous and disturbing.
Something of that nature, yeah. Amongst other monstrosities.
Those were servants of a being known as Orlith. I will proceed to explain who Orlith was and what we believe she was attempting to do and how we fought her.
What do you believe she was attempting to do?
Ulzal believes, from the context of the situation, that she was trying to usurp the Raven Queen.
Okay. That's important to this
What I
conversation.
know about the Raven.
Do I know anything about that? Yeah.
You would certainly find that interesting. You definitely didn't hear anything about that, any grumblings about something like that. But that has piqued your interest to a level of like, what's going on with all these fucking people? You know of like the Raven Queen.
Okay.
That's death itself, and you've heard rumors of that type of stuff, but you don't know the faith. You've run into an occasional cultist that is just a crackpot in the woods who got lost, basically.
Probably know those guys.
Yeah.
They're really nice when you get to know them.
But it seems like, as of right now, we've restored some semblance of balance to the world.
I sensed that. That day. So the rumors are true. All right. I fear I may have underestimated you all, and I apologize for that. But you have my respect for now.
Well, that's appreciated.
Sarah just sort of like,
Nice.
that's interesting. She's just like, she's just like, the hands are quivering on Sarah's shoulder, and she's just kind of holding her hands like, it's fine. It's over.
It was quite the ordeal. But speaking of ravens, that one keeps flying around. I assume it belongs to one of you.
Lands on your head. Ulzal. It looks over.
It keeps doing that. Is it just messing with me, or does it do that?
That's
to
just
everyone?
Morta. Yes, she's sweet.
I like her.
Okay. Just
She's my friend, and
She's licking
Anna.
your shield off your back right now.
Chuck.
now tell me,
Chuck. Come
you've
back.
had dealings with a servant of the Raven Queen directly.
Can you say that again?
You fought her.
Yeah, you had dealings directly with the servant of the Raven Queen.
Well, dealings, I guess, is one way of putting it. She caused great trouble wherever she made her power known. Over on the other continent in Vandal, there was a sickness that was spread. These monsters were appearing everywhere, and she seemed... I'm not sure what she was doing, but we've...
Do you know if her mission was directly of the Raven Queen's will?
Oh, no, certainly not. Not as far as I believe. I believe she was
So you
trying
believe
to...
she was perhaps rebelling against the Raven Queen?
That is the impression that I got.
The Raven does it again on Ralia's shoulder.
Ralia.
Do you have an interest in the Raven Queen?
Very much so.
Looks at
Who's the
Mosno,
Raven?
the Raven. Sort of likes Mosno. So it flies over, leans into your ear, Mosno. You hear, how did you live? Mosno, make an intelligence check to see if you know where that fucking came from.
I must ask,
15.
Yeah, the Raven just talked to you.
this Raven has talked to us a few times.
It is not just the Raven.
I'm going to try to nonchalantly talk to the Raven without anyone noticing.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I got stabbed and then woke up. I had
Make a perception check.
visions.
No,
Oh,
you can see it.
okay.
Everyone can see it.
But what if it's not just the Raven?
He's talking. Keep going.
I'm sorry.
I had a vision of this ethereal wolf, and I took arrows out of it, and it threw me in an ocean.
It's slowly walking around your shoulders as you're like trying to follow it as it comes to your other side. Flies back over to Aurelia.
Okay, bye.
If it's not just the raven, then who is it?
Who? That is a good question. Well, she's been sent here directly to me. I do believe she was once part of my bloodline. Sent, I assume, from the Raven Queen herself.
Wow.
Wow.
When you say part of your bloodline, what do you mean? I'm just a bit confused.
Yes, I am from the house Coldshire.
Okay.
Sarah's nodding as this is very obvious information to her.
Also nodding.
Raleigh was like, I thought I told you people about that. Important.
Yeah, she's very much like, do these beasts not know? Jesus, uncultured
No.
swines, but not angry at all.
I mean, like
More shock.
Nope, same.
the bird from the bloodline is what Zach was curious about.
What is Ulazal curious
I
about?
don't know. Right now, there's so many questions. Sorry.
Yes.
It would appear that the date that we went into the battle with Orleth, the year was 5 years from when, from now. It appears that what appeared to us was but a few hours was in reality years. So,
Oh, gods.
yeah.
5 years, you said?
5 years.
Wow. Quite a lot has happened in 5 years.
I would
That's
love
5 changings of the season.
Yes. That is what it is.
to. So proud of him. But I would love to speak with you over the course of our travels to help get caught up.
Sure.
Respect levels for Mosno slowly going down.
There's a meter.
There's definitely a meter.
Sure. Do you know of the Gelasian and Pank war that's been going on?
We heard about that.
They were just an arms race from what you heard.
The last
We just
year-
heard about unrest starting. And
They've been fighting for 4 years now. Over territory disputes. It seems as though the wonderful kingdom of Penk no longer has resources to live there. A desert keeps swallowing them up and moving farther and farther south. No one can explain geologically why it keeps pushing everything south. It should be cold in Penk, but it's not. We imagine it has something to do with the collapse. So, trying to take back their homeland, a war was inevitable. And it's probably the People's Alliance, probably the cause why the People's Alliance gained so much momentum. People were not happy. The war was stagnant. There were rumors, and it seems as though the people rose up against us. Our own people.
Ingrate.
As some would say. I see them as misunderstood, frustrated.
I'm sorry for the fate that's befallen your kingdom.
It was never mine to own, but I do feel sorrow for all the poor lives of friends I may have known and the innocent. War is a terrible thing.
I agree. What do you
guess
know? I'm sorry, go ahead.
we can just only hope that what comes up from the ashes is better than what was before.
Thank you. For every major question, like these are another nights that we're getting together. So that's like you get your first one. There you go. There's your first bit of lore. During your next nights, who's taking a watch on the next couple nights?
I'll watch with
Take a
Morta.
watch.
Okay. I need you both to make perception checks.
And when I
Favorite?
watch, I'm gonna watch through Morta's eyes,
Okay.
flying up.
Yeah, yeah.
above.
How dark is it?
What?
How dark is it?
It's normal darkness. It's midnight, 1 a.m.
16.
Cast dark vision on myself whenever I cast watch.
Okay.
Just so I have 8 hours of.
Sure. 16 for you, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see something moving on the horizon or around the perimeter of your camp on one of your nights through the forest. And you let
Oh, I rolled a 32.
let Bologna know exactly where it is. And as you get close to it, you start moving up, trying to figure out where this thing is. And as you open up the tall grass to find out what's watching your camp, you open it to see two like yellow eyes on the side like this, staring right back at you, just going, meh, hail the shadows, meh. You see this ram, basically this oversized ram with these just bug eyes, just massive, and there's like red dots inside there, and you just hit, meh, hail the shadows, meh.
Can I make an insight check? Can I
Yeah, you can insight check the shit out of it.
Can I see, like, can I determine if this is, like, an evil thing?
Yeah,
Does
go
it
ahead.
feel evil to me?
Yeah. Give me an insight to see if it's evil.
Okay. Favored?
You're still in the forest.
I just had to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't go anywhere.
All right, it's a 26.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems really evil.
How close am I to it?
You're literally, you open the grass, and even with the 32, somehow, right here on you right now.
What the Oh my god.
You can smell its breath. It's warm, but there's not like a smell to it. It's just the heat actually from it, moist. It's got these long, all of its hair is very long and straight. Its horns, one's a little chipped, and the other, they're all curving in directions. It's now trying to like take shit off you with its
I'll
mouth.
walk up behind her.
Okay. You see exactly the ram I've described trying to take out food from its from one of Bellona's pouches. Hail the darkness.
Darkness. Shadows.
That's what he's saying. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you keep taking longer. He's getting it.
I'm just gonna back away.
All right. Give me a set of hand check.
22.
Oh, I got 22. Fuck you.
Wow.
He takes some. Yeah. Darkness. As it stays exactly where it is, and is eating it. As now Bellona's slowly backing away as it's not moving.
I'm just gonna walk up and say, "Be off, go."
On the darkness. Doesn't move, unflinching.
I'm gonna cast light in my hand, just like get a better look at it.
You can see some like weird markings and etchings on it, very cultish and satanic vibes.
Can
Any markings that I recognize?
No, definitely not.
I determine if this is? Can I try to determine what this is? If I would know what this is.
You can try. You can always try, my friend.
Yeah.
This is a game of adventure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What am I rolling on?
What do you? I mean, animal handling.
Okay. It's
Or religion, I guess. I mean, he's trying to identify an animal.
Yeah, I'm just okay.
By nature.
Yeah, it's a nature check. Thank you.
Nature?
Nature's better.
Okay, cool.
Dude,
Thank
never
you.
use nature.
I know. Thank you. I've seen it only twice tonight.
15.
It's a fucking goat. It's a ram. It's a ram. It's a really big ram. It's like 3 times the size of a normal ram.
Big ram.
And it didn't move at all when I tried to shoot away.
No, didn't even flinch. You did nothing to intimidate this ram. It is now looking at you and trying to take shit out of your stuff too.
I'm gonna okay. Once it does that, immediately I'm gonna put my hand out, and like a blue ethereal hand that matches my hand comes out of it.
Yeah.
And I cast Chill Touch on it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Which is 3d8.
Okay, go ahead.
Will hit?
Go ahead.
It's gonna hit. It's 28.
Yep. All right. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 11.
All right, as you go out with a chill touch and all the ice starts to shatter out, you just see it like dissipating and it goes away. And as your hand just floating there, it licks your hand. Hail the darkness.
Can I expend a spell slot to sense if there's any aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead present within a mile?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that.
There's a fiend right in front of you.
All right, just had to make sure. All right.
Are there any more fiends around?
No, it's just this one, and you definitely give me an Arcana check.
Me?
Yes.
It's just that one though.
Yeah, it's just this big ram.
Fuck, dude.
I've been thinking about this
18.
fucking guy for months. 18? It seems like he dispelled your magic, or like magic wasn't working on him.
Yeah.
Just staring at you both now, and he's gonna make another sight of
What
you.
does
See if he can-
hail the
Oh, no.
darkness mean?
Hail the darkness. Says it again.
Oh my god.
Meh.
Very odd.
Strange.
I'm gonna go get Ulazal.
All right.
Yeah, should we just
You wake up Ulazal. Ulazal's what the
What?
You're a cleric of Tyr, yes?
Yes, I sure am. Do you need to repent?
It's this thing. What?
Do you need to repent?
Of course not. I have no intention of ever doing that. Now come. There is this thing out here.
As he started dragging you.
Now come.
As you were like taking out your skin. Oh. All right. You come over and
Have
see
you ever seen anything like this?
a ram 3 times its normal size with bug yellow eyes and little orange dots in it that are just like on the sides completely.
The yellow eyes reminiscent of.
It's a fiend.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fiend.
I'm
but,
telling you
like,
that. I'm
is
saying
it-
it's a fiend.
Definitely reminiscent of Orliff's eyes.
Oh, I don't like this one bit. What is it? It's not attacking you?
It's just trying to take
It
stuff.
takes
Hail
us
the
to
darkness.
Eat our food.
What is
And
the
I
darkness?
keep saying that.
Make a sleight of hand check as it comes up to you now that you've gotten too close.
6.
25. It leans in. You're like, "Oh, what the fuck? What's that?" Like, because you're used to animals like being scared of you and shit. And it reaches in and it takes out the sun gem.
What the?
I think not. I cast Word of Radiance. Constitution save.
Magic doesn't work on this.
It's divine
What is it?
magic.
What is it?
It's radiant.
No, it does not work on this.
Hey,
As you cast it, it just fizzles out.
I
I'm
hit it
gonna.
with my staff.
Whack! Doesn't flinch as it's moving away from it.
I
As
try
somebody
to take
can
the gem back.
strength contest.
As this is going on,
10.
19. As you're like, God, it's starting to drag you a little bit.
Can you
Can
guys give me
I-
a hand, please?
yeah. Can I use my hunter's sense to see if it has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities?
You can try.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just a feature.
You just know.
That's
How
what
does
it
it
says
work?
here. As an action, choose one creature you see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Hit it again.
And
Okay.
what they are.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're inches away
the,
from it.
If the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
Nope. It
Okay.
is right in front of you. It is immune to all physical attacks and magical attacks.
What?
I don't think there is anything we can do about this.
But I suppose we can just
specifically?
move on and ignore it.
Yeah. Seems like the best course of option.
As Will's losing his grip with this,
I
this
did
gem.
this. I don't.
Oh.
Can you please help?
Yeah, that looks pretty important. All right.
Taking the gem.
As it's still fighting with you.
What the heck? Can I banish this shit? I don't think I took banishment. Darn it. Give me it. Oh my god, why can't I roll anything above
Is anybody
freaking
helping
10?
a strength check here? With are you
Yeah,
guys just
I'll-
watching
I mean,
Uzal
I'm
get
gonna
pulled
try to
into
help
the brush? All right, go ahead. Everybody, make strength checks.
11.
There's a team thing against him.
18.
18, 11,
19 minus 1.
7.
7. You guys get it with your team effort, barely though. As you guys are like pulling the horns and moving it, and it's this very comical engagement of this ram in the middle of darkness where there's a little light from Ralia, and is it Ralia?
Raria.
As this giant struggle's coming, and even the raven comes down and it's like trying to get involved, and it's just like, hail the darkness! That's it. And finally you get the sun gem back in your hands and you see it and sit again exactly where it is.
We're gonna just leave that.
Yes.
I'm uncomfortable with how close this thing is to me.
Are you guys all just standing there?
Oh, we're backing away.
I'm walking away.
Walking away? What are you doing?
I'm
Moving.
also walking away. Is it getting closer?
No. It just continues sitting there with its bug eyes just on the side.
Yep, I'm just backing.
It's kind of
off.
turning its head now that you're running away, so just one eye looking at you. You can see it glowing now.
Just looking at it,
Eh.
like back to like.
Everyone's like
Yep.
going through the brush. Okay.
Pretty weird.
Did I not take? I did take Dispel Magic. What happens if I try and dispel magic on it?
You could try.
Okay, I cast Dispel Magic. Like any spells that are affecting it fade.
Mm-hmm.
There are no spells affecting it.
No.
This creature's just freaking weird.
As you do it, it just kind of like peters out. Hail the darkness.
Aurelia, what do you know about the darkness?
Do I know anything about the darkness?
What the fuck is this thing? You have no idea what the fuck this is about. Darkness is night. I mean,
Can I?
Hail the darkness.
you guys are all still backing up. You can't see it anymore. You're back to the camp.
With my background, would I have heard anything like this before?
Oh,
Man,
this is just an
This
anomaly.
is
Welcome to Yongguk. You're getting close.
What
You're not
the
there,
shit,
but
dude?
this is a
you,
weird.
you're in
place.
the what is it? Adadera rainforest. Adadera
Adadera.
rainforest. And
I've
you have run
hunted
into
fiends
this.
for a while. I have never seen one that does that.
Yeah, no, that was extremely strange. That normally they're a lot more violent.
Yeah. Yeah. And normally they can take they can't take a hit, but nothing. You couldn't even touch this one.
That's really concerning that none of the magic was working on it. If that thing ever decides to try and hurt us, I mean, what are we going to do?
But I suppose then we will have to hail the darkness.
Yeah, guess so.
Or we could build a pen.
For now, it doesn't seem to be moving. So
I visualize
keep
this
watch
whole
on it.
encounter so vividly, and all you guys are just like beside yourself with the post right now, talking to one another outside, like or right in the campsite, as you're all just like,
what the fuck was that?
all right. Morning comes. Before you leave, do you check on it, or do you guys?
Yeah, is it still there?
As you walk back out, Ulazal, after a night of just like wonder, you go and you open up the tall grass, and as you open it up, it's fucking right there in your face again. It has moved not even like a fraction of a centimeter.
What are you?
Make a sleight of hand check.
God damn it. Better. 13?
22. It's got it again.
Hey guys, it's still here.
You guys can hear that. Make a strength saving contest.
Strength save?
No, just strength contest.
God,
What'd you get?
dude, 9.
You got it.
11.
He rolled poor on this one.
Good.
So you're like, Gah!
What are you?
Now the darkness. Shadows.
Leave. I don't like you.
Meh.
Are you going to follow us?
Just staring at
Hey,
me.
idiot! You're gonna just stand there, or you're gonna get Ray from there?
As everyone's like way the fuck away, just standing at Ulazal like, get the fuck out of
I
here.
feel like we're gonna have to deal with this at some point.
Well,
Or
we will
we
deal
could
with
just
it when we
leave.
have to.
Yeah,
Let's just leave it behind if we can.
Okay.
All right.
a wise decision.
All right. Your next night, so you have one more night. Actually, you get into Gillette. The town is very low key. There's really not much going on in here. There's only a few people in here. Since they're in the middle of a rainforest, their resources are not vast, but it's a nice place to sleep, to get stuff together. They have their canopies and stuff are very much built out of like the rainforest resources around them. So it's very beautiful, and like the leaf work and the woodwork they do, bamboo work occasionally too that grows out here. And they're right by the Life Lake, which is named Life Lake because that's how they live.
Yeah.
Without this lake, they'd probably be really in a lot of trouble. So they call it the Life Lake, or the Lake of Life.
Can I stop by the lake?
Yeah.
Sick.
You guys have the night to talk to anybody you want, but there's nothing too special or crazy going on in here. You can do anything you want. Otherwise,
I'd
just
like
let me
to
know.
talk to Sari.
Okay.
I want to sit in on this conversation.
Okay. As Maz now walks over to see Sari inside one of the homes that you guys are staying in. The people are very hospitable. The nobles pay for you guys. They got money that's basically meaningless
What flavor of people
to them
are you?
now. They're a mix. They're all humans.
Okay.
But a mix of colors. You see a whole bunch of like Asian races,
Very
blacks. It's very much a mix. There's actually whites probably the minority in this area, just because the hot sun has definitely hit onto them. And this has sort of been a wanderer's melting pot.
Very cool. Thank you, Susan. Your soup was delicious.
Seri. Hello, Masnel. Thanks you once again for helping, and you too, Lizal, for helping build this. It's good. It helps me get around. It's, sort of tough when you can't move.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just sorry we had to leave the old one behind.
It's better than death.
That's true. Was there anything
Yes, it
special
is.
about your old one?
Just made really well.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get a better one in time.
Thank you. And she has this sentry with her. Mace tells Gray to constantly go guard her at this point because she's lost her sworn.
And you're doing well with the travel? No issues?
It's hard. It's tough, I don't want to drag everyone behind, but I'm not as strong as most. I didn't get too much exercise. The only times I got out of the tower were to see some of my friends and to see the poor.
I wanted to ask you something if you didn't mind.
Oh, sure.
I heard you were very knowledgeable of worldly events.
I have to be, yes.
I was wondering if you knew of the happenings over in Watet.
It's a little hazy, as the letters are always late, but I do know quite a bit. Mace is actually good friends with if she's still around, King of the North.
Really, I'll definitely need to talk to him after, but while we're here, I was basically asked to help the North out of some sort of danger, and I was wondering if you had heard anything that had happened over there since we were gone for 5 years, basically.
Sari reaches out, takes your hand. You can see she's got this calm demeanor still over her. The North fell 2 years ago.
Oh.
Ooh. We don't know what's left of it. We haven't had many updates, but we know there is quite a problem brewing over there. Some sort of alliance was formed, and the North Sporters fell 2 years ago.
To what?
Some great alliance. Any information about them has been hard to get, as not much gets out of Atul anymore.
So I failed already.
I'm sorry.
Is there anyone you can think of from the north that you think might still be around Mosnell. I could send them a message to see if we can get any kind of information.
The only person you know
My
in
father.
the north is your father.
Yep.
Like, you actually know, but...
Yeah. I didn't see too many people in the north. It was just me and my dad most of the time. So he would be the only one that I know that's over there. And he can usually take care of himself, so. And he's remote enough that it could be safe.
Is there anything you would like to tell him? I mean, if you tell me about him, I can.
Well, he's a bit shorter than me. He'll normally he has the same red hair, short, and specks of gray in it. No beard. Yeah, just he's just like he's probably around maybe 6 foot, bit shorter, stockier.
Yeah, shorter. Right.
All right, are you going to send a message? To
Sure.
Mosnell's father.
I will send a message to Mosnell's father saying,
All right.
my name is Ulazal. I'm a friend of Mosnell. Are you okay? Where are you?
You hear. Mark, get my club!
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch, through my head again!
Oh, no.
Good for nothing! As it cuts.
Oh, no.
Well, Mosnell, he's definitely still alive.
Oh, that's good.
He's all right. He didn't tell me where he was. We can keep working on him. See if he.
Honestly, he probably would not trust any voice in his head.
You know, for most people, I would say that is a very wise choice.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
For tonight, I think not.
All right. You leave. You make your way over. You guys end up in crossing the border of Yongguk, and you can feel a temperate change pretty profoundly. The way it goes is it's even hotter, and the forest, though, is starting to thin out as just swamplands, tar pits, all sorts of but still covered in grass, forest. It's not desert-like or canyon-like. It's just this almost seemingly endless wilds. As the entire place radiates this heat, you notice this massive volcano as you guys are walking along the western coast of Yongguk, headed your way to the Eternal. During those nights, you see a distinct change in the fauna. What was once animals seems to be these very strange-looking creatures most of you aren't familiar with. Sari's probably one of the only ones, and I don't even think Bellona has seen these. They're these weird mix that sort of look like they should be lizard folk, but they're not quite lizard folk, and they don't seem to have any intuition to them, anything. They seem very feral. Some of them are small, larger, but you only get glimpses of the colors and some of the feathers on them. They very much have sharp teeth, thin teeth. Some are grazing, some aren't. Just strange to describe. All shapes and sizes, but they still have eyes, which is nice. They're not completely alien. They still have basic anatomy that's recognizable to animals, but definitely nothing any of you know how to identify as you're getting through the days. Before you get to Eternal, is there anything else you guys want to talk about, check in and on?
Sorry, do you know... Actually, I would want to talk to the other guy who knows more about it.
Mace?
Mace, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mace.
Hey, kidnapper.
What do you know about what's happened in Fandle in the past 5 years?
I have no idea what Fandolin is.
Well, it's good talking to you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
Yep.
I'm gonna
right.
go up to Mace.
Okay. Oh boy, just a whole show of people today. Yes, Masno.
I heard that you know the King of the North.
Yep. Hope she's alive.
So, you don't know any more information about what happened to her or what's going on?
Nope. She is awesome. It's the best way I can describe it. But she would listen to me when no one else would.
Well, so you know her well.
You got no one to tell. I tried to get out. Nobility wasn't my thing. Wasn't a big fan of everything in Clovis.
Being rich is hard.
Tried to sell something I didn't have. No one would respond to me. Except her. But she wasn't fooled by it. She was more intrigued, and she ended up getting more information out of me than I did her. And we were actually working on something to get me over there to live permanently before this whole bullshit happened. So, yeah, why do you care about the North? You from there? You look like it.
Yes, I am.
Not many secrets to you, huh?
No, not too many things that need to be kept secret, so. But I was contacted by some sort of ethereal being to go find Brian, King of the North.
Right. Mm-hmm. Does this thing talk to you?
I hear voices in my head.
Not often, but it has.
I'm glad you don't hear voices often.
That would be troubling, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? As you both are just like, he's working on like food or whatever food he's eating, like you sit next to him during like one of the campfire nights.
Well, I'm planning on going up there soon. I'm trying to sort through whatever's going on.
Well, you find her, let me know.
Well.
If I ever see you again.
Well, I hope we do, and then maybe you can, if we can sort out what's going on up there, you actually can move over there and have a good life.
Yeah. If anything's left, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I heard they had a pretty strict policy on burning everything.
Well, before I go, just sorry.
It's like he's getting up and then turns around to Mace again.
Just if my friend and I were a bit forceful, I'm sorry. We were just trying to save as many as we could while we could.
Yeah. Appreciate it. You know, seeing your parents die sort of shakes you up.
Yeah. No hard feelings. I'll put my hand out.
No hard feelings as he shakes your hand.
Good. I'll leave you to it then. I'll leave.
He's eating his mush from Ulazol.
It's food.
All right. You guys get to Eternal. As you go up to you get towards this tribal fence, and there's all these pillars and poles and all sorts of greenery around it. It's high, like 60 feet high, of just like these pikes that are in the ground all the way around. And you see multitudes of animals like pinned on these pikes of all sorts of different creatures that roam these lands. You can approach the gates if you want. It's all like moated out, and there's only like one entrance forward with all sorts of skulls hung up and like fires all around.
Well,
We're almost done.
sorry, what do you think is the best way to go about this?
I have no idea. You can
I
actually
assume
hear.
we should do what Eve has told us to do, and that is it. Nothing more.
I agree.
Sounds like a plan.
You hear all sorts of wild noises and drums and behind there, and just a lot. So do you cross the bridge and knock on the door on the front?
I guess. If nobody else wants to do it.
Raleigh will go with him.
Okay.
I'll go. But before I'll
And before he knocks on the door, she's gonna untie that ribbon that she tied in her hair after she spoke to Ulazal, and she's gonna attach it to her head, and it's gonna disappear into her
Okay.
skull.
What are you doing?
you're a man of magic.
I mean, it's not really my magic, but yeah.
So yes. You got a focus laying around?
I mean, I have the scales here.
He holds up these scales.
What kind of focus do you need?
I don't think that'll work. Never mind.
All right. You guys cross the bridge. And as you cross the bridge and get up to the door, give it a... Do you?
Give it a knock.
I'll do it. Yeah.
All right. As you give it a knock, out of like the moat behind you, you see lizard folk come behind you two. And then like a little slot comes open. What are you doing?
Raleigh will say the words back as Eve said, or as Ulazal said that Eve said.
Ooh, so what are those words?
Well, Raleigh remembers exactly from the ribbon that she just put into her mind.
Very good. Very good.
The strong claw or the strong and the immortal or the eternal are forever.
You see as you can't even understand as the other ones are coming up behind you guys, and you see it stops. You hear a you see that ones just go underneath the water.
Sorry to disappoint.
You see it. You see up top that there's actually like little lizard folk like looking over the tops of the highest walls, and they have arrows and stuff strung. You just see a bag just fall down as you go to reach for it. Like 4 arrows come down as they go around.
What's in the bag?
Oh, do you open the bag?
We should leave.
Can I open the bag?
We're leaving.
Are you opening the bag while leaving? Like,
grabbing the bag.
okay, yeah, it's a
With-
big fucking bag. Like, you're gonna need a strength check on it.
Can you guys help me? Nope. This bag.
I'll help.
Both walk away as Ulazal's like, fuck!
18.
Hey! You're like, the water's helping it slide along the bridge. as you're going across the bridge, you can see the ones in the water. Like the claws on the sides of the bridge.
Such a warm welcome.
And you get over, and inside you just see tons of food and blankets. And it's all cut up meat that's very raw. Like there's still blood in the bag.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
Guys, we're eating well tonight.
Better than the mush.
As you guys see that, you see another lizard folk. It's pointing at you with this like chiseled sword, very similar to Kane's. It's all fucked up and rusty though.
Is he like gesturing for us to come over?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go over.
If Ralia will go over with me. Speak their language.
Masno goes, no one speaks their language. I
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, no, there's only like one.
I have tongues.
Yeah. Okay, you guys walk over it. As Masno get close, smells a little bit. Fuck you then. Takes you over. Shorter than Kane by quite a bit, but still taller than Uzo. As it's walking over, it starts like pushing away some foliage, and it cuts into it, and you see a little cave, and you see it goes in. All of a sudden, you see like a boar start coming out, cuts it in half. Puts its face just directly in its mouth. Its brain sort of comes out a little bit. Points towards like the thing it left and walks away. These were all yellow. All these were colors of yellow. Cool. What time is it? 11:22.
What time did the thing leave?
Did the what leave?
The guy gesture to just now?
Yeah, he went back into the water.
Okay. What was he? Why did he call us over?
What?
Why did he call us over?
I don't know.
Stab a boar
if you
and show us a cave.
If you paid attention, there was a reason he did that.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's late. So, as you guys enter the cave and you have your place to stay tonight,
cool.
One more conversation before we'll wrap up, or you're good. You guys got any more things you want to talk about, backstories?
When the lizard folk is going away,
yep.
I just cast detect thoughts on it.
Yes. What does that do?
So first of all, it has to make a wisdom save, which
no, that's like a 6.
Okay, yeah. So it doesn't. So I understand all of its deep thoughts, anything it's thinking. I can basically just read its mind.
Okay. Oh, yum yums. Yum, 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 yum. Yum.
Okay.
Ah! A fucking rock.
Very intelligent.
It's
excellent dialogue.
That's about as much. How long does it last? And how long do you focus?
It's probably a while. It's just 1 minute.
1 minute. So yeah, it's about all you get. Yeah.
Yeah.
As it walks back, eating pig brains.
Raleigh just looks down and like shakes her head.
And Aries like, Tamasian's like, that was awesome. Oh my god. He starts going towards it. He's like, nah, I better not. From this angle, you can see a little more of the branches. They like blend in. They're yellow with the pikes, so it's really hard to see them. But they're just like watching you. A couple of them.
I would like to ask, sorry about Skoberheim.
Sure. We'll end on this tonight then. Ari would definitely want to sit down in that conversation. I don't know if anybody else would want to for Skoberheim, but
Iris.
Broberheim.
Iris wants to sit there.
Iris is in a fucking cave in Pank. Yeah. So you guys sit down inside the cave on one of these nights inside your wheelchair as you continue picking your mind. You learn quite a bit about like just the type of people these nobles are. They seem like genuine. You got some of the betters out of all the nobles. Very much the constant care of the orphans has been their utmost importance in what they care about. They've made it very clear that they won't leave them behind under any circumstances. So the orphans come with them. The Morzire cousin has talked to Bellona on and off, but has stayed really close to Avicia and the other girl that I believe you guys never even asked her name, that was chilling out, taking care of the kids. So all of them have been taken care of, and everything has been going as well as it can for these very, very lost nobles in the middle of the swamp world of Yongguk. So, what do you ask Sari, or how do you ask it?
Sorry, in the past 5 years, Skoberheim, when we left it, was the great leader had just died. What has happened since then?
That's you. Yeah, there's a lot you guys don't know. I keep forgetting how much has happened in such a time. The last time you were there, the great leader died. Their prophet.
Yes.
Well, they had the civil war. The regime was victorious.
The regime.
The leader, Mordecai Seeker. Is that the right one? Yep. No?
That sounds right. Yeah.
That's one of them. Yeah, Mordecai. Yeah, no, Mordecai's right.
Yeah.
He retained control. There were 4 Valkyrie deaths. That was notable. Valkyries were fighting amongst one another. The city's been under martial law for the past 3 years. And they've had to deal with some another conflict under borders. Both them and Minna are in complete lockdown.
If the war is over, why haven't they opened up their borders again?
I don't know, to be honest with you. As what little information we get, something has gone far worse than I understand over there. There has been more conflict, and at last I heard of Skoberheim was 2 years ago. They went dark, as my informants would tell me. Friends.
Thank you for that.
And with that, the change of noises in the starry night allows you all to try and get some restful sleep. But the strange noises keep some of you awake and make you awfully restless in this new land. And that's where we're in tonight.
Yeet. So much travel. Let's go.